WMAG Radio. Oh, it's been a long time. Mm, mm, mm. Woo. Mine's Leslie the man. This is to put together some moves that'll make you want to move. Yes, it's a- What's up, y'all? Oh my goodness, man! It has been a long time. I was going to quote my boy Rakim. It's been a long time. Oh my God! Let me wait a minute. Let me introduce to you my man. In case y'all forgot, let me give it to my man, the Light Knight, the man of the sound table. Rock Knight, say what's up, man. What's that title? Oh, bro, you don't understand, man. We at 1 and 2. Let me go 1 and 2. All right, man. It's been a while since we've been here, Rock, man. Look, last time I was here, or was gonna come on, this how bad it was. I was pissed off because they took off in racism in the end zone for the Super Bowl. And I couldn't wait to talk about that. And guess what? What's that? It's over. It's already over. But so look, I wanted to get into that. I was ready to get into the halftime show because everybody was not everybody. It went on so many people's head. A lot of people. It's the worst halftime show ever. A lot of that, man. Worst halftime show, which we know is a lie, but then they said the same thing when it was Dre and Snoop and Eminem and Mary J. The worst halftime show ever. I noticed when certain genres come up, it seems to be the worst halftime show ever. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say what I'm thinking right now. I'm just saying it seems to be a coincidence. Certain times it's the worst halftime show ever. Also, I want to get into why Lamar didn't get his third MVP. Remember that? We got it, man. Listen. That was some poetry. Man, it's like we so far back. He kicked that boy ass in every category, even the head to head. Every every category. Every category. Every category. And I'm sitting there going, and the one person who Bob had me thinking, he kept mentioning Joe Burrow, and I'm like, because Joe Burrow had a better season than Josh Allen, I think. Yeah. But I was like, could he sneak up and could he do that? Could he sneak up and do it? And I was like, nah. So for a second, I was like, it should be Lamar's. And the only thing I was thinking is, okay, Lamar didn't get the season MVP because he gonna get the Super Bowl MVP. Right. But we saw how that happened. Right. It was what is this on my page? No, that ain't even I don't know what I'm looking at, man. What am Johnny? Lang Lang. Wagwan. The day I know. All right. Anyway. Anyway, it was so I was supposed to go from there. And then it was we ain't get nobody in the Hall of Fame. Suggs ain't get in the Hall of Fame. Yonda didn't get into the Hall of Fame. I'm like, and I took Yonda lineman, but Suggs first ballot, that didn't happen. Then we got Justin Tucker. Justin Tucker, that's a whole nother that's a show all by itself, man. To go Justin Tucker, man. So like there was that, man. But now, with all that being said, the thing that's going on right now, we got Maryland. Yo, Maryland doing their thing. They picked Yes, both at the same time.
First time ever.
First time, both of them. So I'm like, and that's Thursday, man. I'm gonna have to watch. I don't roll college like that. You don't hear me talk college anything that often, but I'll be watching that. I'll have something to say next week when we come back on. We will be back on regular time. 7 o'clock sound right, bro?
Yep.
You gonna be mixing? I see you over there by the DJ board. You gonna be mixing?
Not tonight, but
Oh, oh, really? So I can get you to mix on the show?
yeah.
Y'all heard it here. I'm gonna wait till he get back on camera because y'all may not believe he said it. He'll say I dubbed in his voice or something. But between that and tree. Oh Lord, I'm looking at the comments. My bad. My bad. This thing is still winding. So with that, man, and we got opening day coming up, bro. The Oreo season. Now I will say this: Rock and I, we got to get to more games this year.
Yes.
We got to get to more games. Lane, I see you on here watching. You got to join us. But look, Lane, if I go to a game with you, I got to sit a little closer. I've seen you. I've seen your pictures, and you're having fun, and you went to more games. But I want to be able, if I don't want them to call and say, "Could y'all change some light bulbs while y'all over there?" No, I gotta get closer to the field, Johnny. That's all I'm saying. I gotta get closer. I'll drag you. I'll drive. I just gotta get close.
Tell Lang, since he's the token white guy, first round of beverages on him.
Oh, first round of drinks on you. He ain't got no choice. What's up, Melissa? What's up, Melissa? Let's go O's. I'm with you on that. So look, I'm ready for some Orioles talk. Look, I'm still man. We'll cover everything. One thing, and we do talk about the Ravens a lot. We don't talk about them as much, but the Ravens like sizzle all year. They may not be hot, the hot topic, but they kind of sizzle all year, man. It's a lot going on. Derrick Henry, I'm watching teams talk about the draft. I'm more concerned about who we keeping. You know what I mean? We got DeAndre. Now let me ask Rock. And by the way, it's free for all. Whatever y'all want to talk about, we're gonna cover it. But I'm gonna ask Rock because I remember not long ago. By the way, you see I'm in orange today, and courtesy of Rock, I got the orange drink today. A couple years ago, Rock was excited and was talking about
Was I right? But was I right?
he was right.
Okay.
He was right about our boy Odell. Rock wanted Odell, and at the time, I remember Lamar was like, "Well, can we get Odell and D Hop?"
Yes.
Remember that?
Yeah.
So Odell is done, but we got D Hop now. How you? Oh, wait a minute. Well, no. Now that you're back, let me get you back online here. How you feel about D Hop, man?
I love it. I love it. A lot of people were saying that it's a waste to get D Hop now. Listen to me. Y'all don't understand. Listen, we're in the toughest damn division in football.
Yeah.
Not just in the AFC, in football.
Yep.
The AFC North is the toughest division there. Whatever weapons we can put on the damn field, I want them. I want them. D Hop is going to come in. He's not washed up. One thing I can say about the Ravens, even if we only get them for 1 or 2 years, the 1 or 2 years we get these players are bona fide years. You know what I mean? It's worth the money. I don't want to hear, D Hop ain't do this or Odell wasn't a bust. Because I guarantee you, if Odell wasn't here, Flowers wouldn't be who he is now.
I don't think he was a bust either. I think Odell, it was. I mean, he wasn't the same guy, but his.
He wasn't Odell from the Giants, but he wasn't a bust.
No, he wasn't a bust. I think his spirit, he was very team friendly as far as being an example.
He kept the young boys subtle.
Yeah, yeah. I liked him here. I wanted him to come back that one more year, but at a cheaper price, I wanted him to come back. But
and think about this, Troy.
Mm-hmm.
If you got Flowers lined up in the 2, right?
Right.
Odell is lined up in the 1, right?
Right.
Which one are you going to put your focus on, Odell or Flowers?
Odell.
Exactly. And that allowed Flowers to do what?
Be free.
Exactly. Get his name.
Yeah.
You can say what you want, man. Odell being in that purple and white allowed Flowers to become the person he was. Year 2, he came back with much more confidence because he didn't have those pressures from year one.
Yeah. You sound like you know what you're talking about. Sometimes
Just a little bit, just a little bit.
yeah. So I like Odell while he's here. I think I'm gonna look and think. I hear different opinions. I think D Hop will be more effective on the field than Odell was.
Yes, because he's younger.
Yeah,
We get D Hop at a younger age than what we got Odell.
yeah. But I like it. So I guess that takes care of Aguilar. I'm not even sure what's going on with we re-signed the tackle, um Stanley. Stanley's coming back. So I mean, I just think our offense is about it. I thought we had a good offense before. Derrick Henry looked fine to me. He didn't slow down at all.
Yeah.
So I just think our offense is going to be outstanding, man.
Only thing I'm really concerned about, and I haven't seen them really put any work into it yet,
Mm-hmm.
is our secondary.
Right.
Our secondary is still concerning me. And let me say this: I want to apologize. I want to be the first one to apologize to Yale Beverly. Right? We went to the Ravens training camp to the organized scrimmage. Right?
Uh-huh.
Walking in, as all the players was there,
Uh-huh.
Wiggins was just running like a pass route. They weren't doing anything yet.
Okay.
He just was out there where they was running pass routes. And Yale said then we need to keep our eye on Wiggins, right?
Uh-huh.
At that point, I didn't know who he was, didn't have a clue. And in my mind, I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Right.
But I never said anything. I never spoke against Yale, right?
Right.
In that game, he had like 3 major plays where he broke up some passes and
Mm-hmm.
did some other stuff. I'm like, okay, this is a controlled scrimmage, so he's supposed to look good, right?
Right.
He was way much better than I gave him credit for.
Okay.
So that little young boy is gonna be a baller. So I'm giving you your props, Shale, and I apologize for the oversight on Wiggins.
Okay. That sounds good. So in the division, and like I said, this is free for all. We're gonna talk Orioles. We can talk everything. We just gonna jump around. There's no we ain't got no order today because we trying to get back in the flow of things. But let me ask you, for our division, man, look at okay, what you think's gonna happen with the Steelers, man? Are they gonna get
Aaron Young, they're gonna be in the bottom of the barrel. Aaron Young. We gotta call him Aaron Young. His old ass. Yo, talking to the guru one day, she said something, and I had to laugh, but I was trying to keep a straight face because she really technically don't know a lot of football. So she says Aaron Rodgers always look like he's drunk. Yeah, he look like a wino.
He was man. I'm just. I hope he goes to Pittsburgh. I really do. Now, is Aaron Rodgers better than Russell Wilson?
No.
You think Russell Wilson is better?
Yes.
Which means you think the Steelers will be worse.
Yes. Russell Wilson is more consistent. And now that he done pumped a couple babies out of Sierra, he done settled down. A novelty of that kitty cat done wore.
I don't know, man. Russell just looked the when he first came back, he looked okay. And then as you know, when we were coming out of our break, I mean, they just started losing. He just looked like he was just doing dumb shit. He just didn't look like a smart quarterback to me, man. He didn't look, it was like he was just I mean, he was throwing the ball away immediately. Like he was panicking. It just didn't look like I mean, I was happy. So hey, I hope they get Aaron Rodgers. Or go back and get Mason Rudolph. I don't care. Get Kenny. Kenny got his Super Bowl ring already.
Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you, man, Russell Wilson, he's not a bad. You keep him in the NFC or you put him in the AFC West or one of those division.
Yale said Russell Wilson signed with the Giants today.
Did he?
I didn't even hear that.
What's that in the AFC? Ain't that
No, he in the NFC.
NFC. Still the East Coast. He wanted to stay. Oh, okay.
I didn't know that.
It's twice a year though.
I didn't know. No, he's safe every four. Well, next time we play the Giants, he might have retired. I don't know. We got that one extra game. I don't know how that last game works. I always understood the system with 16 games. I got to figure out how they worked that last game. But anyway, and Pickett is on the Browns. So look, we got him coming in, man. It's great to see y'all come back here.
Yes, and fall in place.
Yale Beverly, Ravens fan, Brian Yeaser, proud Super Bowl champion right now with the Eagles. I know he's
mad about that, man. Philly earned it.
When he was playing KC, man. We was all, it was like, ain't no way I'm rooting for Kansas City. That's
exactly.
Patriots.
Exactly.
Man, the only thing could have made it worse, the worst Super Bowl possibility. Well, no, it couldn't happen. I was going to say Kansas City Steelers. That can't happen. But the Steelers involved. I don't think I hate anybody in the NFC like that. But if it was possible for the Steelers and Kansas City be in the Super Bowl, I wouldn't be watching. But thank God that can't happen anyway. So I'm thinking, I'm feeling good, that be that you. What I'm doing?
I don't know. It's your mic.
I ain't doing nothing, y'all. That ain't me. But thanks to have y'all back. Oh wait a minute, him and Jameis's. Oh my goodness, Jameis Winston on get the Giants drafting early. And Bees was like Kansas City or the Cowboys. He would be in. He would be running in traffic. So Cowgirls, man, I'm just. There's a lot happening. Cowboys hate the Cowboys and the Commodes. Look.
Why do you hate the Commodes, man? I got a confession.
Uh-oh.
I got a confession.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me zoom in on you. All right, hit it.
I was never Redskins, Commodores, Commodes, Commanders, whatever you want to call them. I was never a fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
This year, I found myself rooting. Well, I shouldn't say I was rooting for the Commanders. I was rooting for the little young boy.
Okay.
I really wanted Jalen to do well.
Okay.
I like him, man. He's a baller. I like him. That boy's gonna be a big name, man.
Okay. I don't. He seems to be a nice guy. You know what I mean? So I don't hate them like I used to. Probably if I was a little older, like I just remember everybody hating. Uh, everybody around me hated the DC, and I know really hated Philly, hated. It was between with the Colts being gone. Everybody, most of the people around me hated the Redskins. I'm saying the Redskins, but then some people slid on over to Pittsburgh. Some people kind of went to Philly. Some people went to the Redskins, but most of the people around me could not stand watching that. They just refused to root for them because like everybody else was going there. You know what I mean? So
welcome to Birdland Disclaimer. For all of y'all that's out there that's just anti-Ravens, if y'all choose to root for the Steelers, you will be banned. We're not taking no comments, no views, no likes, or nothing from you.
hey,
they hurt my soul, man.
I don't get it.
You don't really like the Steelers, you just don't like the Ravens, so you root for the Steelers. You can't name two people. You ask them to name a Steeler, they say Mean Joe Green.
That's when they seem to think professional football started. Uh-oh, there go Whitehead.
Baby feet.
Oh, you timed that right.
If you're an anti-Ravens fan, you cannot root for the Steelers.
Oh, wait a minute. According to he said when the Colts left that season, the networks forced the Skins on the Baltimore market every week. What's up? Showed up, and she said,
"What up, Bob?"
Little Feet says, "What up, baby feet?" Little baby. Oh, those pictures, Mr. Beverly. Oh, we got a little war going on in the comments. Y'all need to look at the comments as while you listen to us. Post pictures, please. Put them right here. Can you post pictures on under this? But let me ask you this,
What
right?
else gonna do this year, Jordan? What would you gonna ask me? I'm sorry. Tell me
I like that. You give me a chance to think of that question. I have an answer. I'm gonna think of it real good. Uh, who's coming in last place in our division?
for football?
Yes, in the AFC North, Ravens, Bengals, Browns, Steelers.
Browns.
You think so?
Yes.
It's
The
going.
Bengals and the Steelers always play us really hard. So
Well, in place because I expect to sweep.
the
I
Browns are gonna get swept.
we're sweeping the Steelers too.
We're gonna sweep the Browns and either the Bengals or the Steelers. They're gonna get swept by at least two of those teams.
The whole thing with Lamar not beating the Steelers, that shit is over. Y'all can forget that. It's over. It's over. April. No, I have photos of her wearing a Ravens hat and cheesing. Yo, Sid, let me see. Post that on this page somewhere. Inbox me. I want those pictures. That will be my cover photo for next week. Please send me that. Patriots signed Diggs. Man, we got all the updates coming in. All right, I'm sorry.
Fans need jobs.
Hmm?
Some of our fans need jobs.
Yeah, I'm appreciating that. And these are guys that I know what they're talking about. You know, you get some people. It's like, yeah, I better verify that before I say it out loud. All right, let me say something about the Orioles. Y'all keep talking about the Ravens in there too, because I'm gonna come back. I think the Orioles will be in the playoffs. Minimum, they're gonna be in the playoffs. I like the only thing is it always comes down to health, man. So Gunnar Henderson is not starting the season. That's what I meant to pull up the do me a favor, Rod. Could you pull up the Orioles season for me? Um he's not starting the season, but I don't care. I don't want him coming back till he's 100%. You know what I mean? He's got a rib intercostal uh injury. So I don't know what side that's on. If that's his throwing side, is that going to affect? Well, it's going to affect his hitting no matter what.
All right, what you want? What you want?
That open a series against the Blue Jays, right?
Yeah.
And that's what day. What's the date? What day is that?
March 27th.
When's the first home game? Because I think that's Boston. I think.
At Toronto Blue Jays. At Toronto Blue Jays. At Toronto. March 31st. The Red Sox at Baltimore.
And that's when they come here. Is that a Monday?
Day. Yes, that's opening day.
Who on the opening day? I can't go. I want to go. I can't go. What's game is it? Well, no, I can't go. It's kind of like you need to have your tickets now. But we going this year, man. Last year I went to New York to a Mets game. Let me find out. I don't know if Queen's still listening. Wait a minute. What's going on in these comments? She said Yale don't, as in posting the pictures, and he's like, "Who's your friend? Who do you love?" Uh-oh. Yale. Make us say whatever you want and then post the pictures, please. I'm like, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm entertained. I'm the comments. I love the comments. We still have the phone line here.
Yes.
Okay, but we're gonna keep on. We're gonna keep on rolling. Where you at? Oh, I see. All right, man. I think the Orioles, man. We got.
Only the playoffs, though, Troy.
Hmm.
Only the playoffs. Them young guns we had last year, I thought we retained just about 95% of our team.
We did not keep Santander, man. That pissed me off. I think he like, and he's still in the division, so we're gonna see a ton of him. I like him, man. Um,
What position does he play?
he was playing right field. He was playing in the outfield. He was throwing people out, man. He was
He's a
hitting,
threat because his glove is almost.
and it's bad. He was. I mean, he's a good player. He was deserving of some money, and they didn't sign him. And I'm sorry, I got a question. You went to a Mets game and was singing. Oh, never mind. I don't have to read that. Back to what you were saying, man. I hate
They
that.
don't know all the business.
We had to start blocking people already.
Yeah,
Man, we
all
just
the
getting started. But anyway, before I was rudely reading that garbage. Um, we didn't keep him, but we do have one of our why am I drawing a blank? Batista. He's been pitching well. He looks pretty good. He's kind of like when somebody comes back from an injury, man. You wanna, huh? Is that me?
I pull the mic closer, or
Oh, am I far away? Okay.
there you go.
Y'all see him? He just giving orders, y'all. Giving orders. Let me turn this. They should. Y'all really should hear what I gotta say. All right. Oh, I lost you on the camera.
Camera there.
You told me to get closer.
Pull the camera
I
there.
ain't touching the camera. Y'all look, we got wait a minute. I want y'all to watch. Wait a minute. We're gonna find him. We're gonna find him. Marco.
Hold on.
Marco. Can you see the screen?
They're trying to
All right.
fix it.
But look, we Orioles gonna have a good team, man. Um, Yankees right now are favored to win the division. This is so interesting, man. And and the look of concentration on your face.
Thank you for giving me from your
I give you this camera time.
you just gave me some more food.
Is that good? Can y'all see him? All right, that looks good. All right, I join you now. Um, I'm looking at the delay. Anyway, bro. All I know is I'm ready for some games. I'm ready for some warm weather, man. Consistently warm weather. Yo, we got some bipolar stuff going on right now. But I think it's supposed to be nice after the day, the rest of the week. Does that sound right?
I guess I don't watch the weather, so I wouldn't know.
I'm not even sure. All right, but we clear now. Everything's good. Yeah? No?
Yeah.
All right. So this week, so here's what we got to do this week, man. We got to watch Maryland. They playing number one, Florida State. I think
The men and the women?
I don't know who the women are playing. That's messed up. I don't know, but you know what? They're gonna win too. Both of us win.
Yeah, keep your eye out for the young kid from Baltimore. What's his name?
Queen
Yes.
is it Queen?
Yes.
I know I kept wanting to say Patrick Queen.
But it's his last name Queen.
I'm for Baltimore. That's why.
Yes.
That's gonna be a new shirt. Everybody gonna do it. I might as well start one. See if I can get the outline of the city, man. I'm look. I was listening to as far as college, man. A lot of Baltimore players in the last few years. Angel Reese. Um. Oh shoot, I should have started because I'm gonna draw a blank on the rest of the names. Somebody went to Ohio State. Um. Oh, he says they play South Carolina. Thank you, Beezer.
The girls play South Carolina?
Yeah,
Oh, Don Staley is going to put up an ass for her. Her outfit's too fly for her to lose.
Maryland winning. But that's more of a reason why I say, and look, you know what? Do we need to go to Maryland Live and watch that one? Do I need to go where I got a big giant screen?
Let's go to David Buster's instead. It's cheaper. Maryland Live costs you too much.
I don't have to order them.
Ordering wings and a Coke costs you $75.
I can go in there with one and just ask for some ice. I can have everything in my pocket, like when I go to the movies.
Man, but Don Staley gonna be fly, y'all. Listen, and she done got thick too, man. I ain't know Don Staley was that thick, or was it the outfit?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
I bet you don't.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just drinking
You
my.
might get, you can see.
I don't know, but I will say this: she has made me become a fan. I was kind of rooting for her, but she made me watch South Carolina.
Yes.
Like her energy, and then I go back and watch that episode of Martin.
She was on Martin.
Yeah, that episode when uh Martin, Tommy, like they played against those girls, and Gina and Tashina Arnold, what's her name? Pam.
Hey,
They got a team together, but they thought they was gonna be on the team. And they went and got, and at the time they were on the Olympic team.
okay,
So yeah, you can pull that episode up, man. They just and that's when Martin act like he caught a cramp.
okay.
Hey, Mr. Howard County, Mr. Howard County talking trash over there. You better go back and listen to Boogie Fever. Just stop playing Foster Silver. Silvers. Anyway, man, I'm like, I'm all in. Hey, Beezer, what day do he said that was Shanae. What do the girls when do the girls play? The female team. What day do they play? Yeah, it was like since she was on the women's Olympic team. I don't believe you because I never heard you say that before.
Okay. Well, I didn't realize who Don Staley was until South Carolina started winning.
Yeah.
That's when I became a Don Staley.
Stomp. Stomp. This was stomping, man.
Hey, can I do a shameless plug real quick?
Can you? I think you can. Let's go.
No, to Derek, Mr. Shark, Scooter Davis. Listen,
Mm.
if you ever heard it anyway, you heard it here first.
First,
First.
one time.
It's gonna be our future world champ, man. Listen, that boy is doing things. And I'm not saying that because we got the same bloodline. I'm saying if you seen that boy in between that square and circle, you understand what I'm saying. He is something special. Remember, you heard it here first. Derek, Mr. Shark, Scooter Davis.
And you're not saying it why?
Because we share the same bloodline.
I think you are.
Not at all. Not at all. That boy is something special. Ex Javante Tank Davis, our world champion. He knows that boy is something special.
You want to say it?
I want to tell a funny story, right?
Okay.
For those that um saw the Tank fight, Tank's corner looked a little bit different, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stop putting rumors out there. He didn't fire Coach Calvin. That's not what happened, right?
Right.
Coach Calvin has some things that he's dealing with, right?
Okay.
And they weren't sure of how it was going to turn out. That's the reason why he chose to add other people to his camp. But they've been working together all along, all this time. So just because y'all just seeing it now doesn't mean there was a shakeup in the camp. So stop spreading rumors and talking about that's the reason the outcome of the fight was what it was. No, that's not what happened. Coach Calvin is still a very intricate part, just like Tank's father. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's a very, very intricate part. So people that's on the outside that don't know the story always got something to say. But just to tell you a funny story, when they started training camp, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tank was looking for a nutritionist, right?
Okay.
He went to Scooter and say, "Who do you use as your nutritionist?" Right?
Mm-hmm.
Scooter told him. They also have a personal calisthenics trainer, right?
Right.
Tank said, "Who do you use for your personal calisthenics trainer?" Scooter told him, right?
Right.
Tank said, "Yeah, I'm gonna go with him." Second day of camp, Tank goes to Scooter and say, "You really do?" Scooter said, "Yeah." But I thought that was so funny, man, especially with Tank being the champion. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
On his regiment, he thought about Scooter's regiment and was like, damn. So listen, I'm not just saying it because we got the Shane bloodline. I'm saying because that boy work ethic is amazing.
Okay.
It's amazing, man. And for those that don't know, you can go to Shark TV on YouTube. They have a YouTube channel. You can see his personal venture and what he goes through every day for training. And it's not just for the camera. It's like that whether the camera's on or off.
Okay. It's like a reality show.
Yes.
like.
Yes. Episode 9 right now.
All right. So I got to go back and look at all of them. Oh, got Maryland, South Carolina, Friday at 5. Cool. Cool. All right. We're on that one, Beezer. Thank you, sir. How you doing down there in Charlotte? I think you Charlotte. Aren't you Charlotte? I know it's South Carolina. I think it's Charlotte. We might have to go visit him too. That's near your peoples, right?
Yeah, I got people there too.
So we'll maybe one day I would love to get a I can't say an exclusive now because my boy Lodge, maybe we can call him for like 5 minutes sometime before his next fight. Once his next fight is scheduled.
Man, listen, that ain't never been a problem. I'll call his grandma.
The fight right now, right?
No, but he's going to make a major announcement. Um, maybe I'll reach out to them this week and see if we can get the exclusive and he make the announcement on WMEG. Because he got something big in the works right now. But
Okay.
listen, I got the direct line to his grandma, but he don't play with me.
All right. Well, look, maybe he can tell us a little mini thing if he can't give details, and then he can go big on Sports 7 something later. But we can get it first.
Man, my damn family was in the Barclays Center cutting up. They was acting a donkey. Yeah, I'm proud of him, man. I'm really really proud of him. You know, he definitely had the support of DC. He didn't put DC on his back, man. And I'm really proud of him, man, because his father made a statement for those that watched, and I don't know if you remember that, Troy, but those that watched Shark TV episode 9, he said, you got to protect your product, right?
Right.
He said when his son was born, he realized that was his product. And as he was raising him, he said, no matter where you get in life, no matter success, always train like you're broke. He said, so even when you get to the money, you'll stay hungry if you train like you broke. And that's part of their regimen. You know what I mean?
Right.
The goal ain't the bag. The bag is going to be there. You know, so his work ethic is like he's trying to get to the bag because he trained like he's broke.
Okay.
Shout out to the whole and no, Derek Scooter Davis and Javante Tank Davis are not brothers, they're not cousins, they're not related.
They don't even know each other. I'm just messing with you.
But when you watch TikTok and you listen to the comments, there's so much going on. That's Tank's little brother. That's Tank's first cousin. Man, listen, no, they're not related. They just got a common last name.
And that also goes. There are people that think Frank Robinson and Brooks Robinson were brothers. Yeah, I just need to let y'all know they look alike, but they're not.
Salt and pepper, but they brothers.
Just thought I'd throw that out there.
Yes.
Anyway, all right, man. I'm looking forward to that. Keep sending me info when you can.
Yes, I gotta keep forwarding it, man. Listen, it means a lot to me. Not because we share the same bloodline. I'm saying it again, but this is a young black man doing some positive things, and if we don't recognize it now, don't be trying to recognize it later on. You know.
From Baltimore too. Oh, I'm calling Baltimore. I'm claiming Baltimore for him. He ain't got to claim no Fort. Fort. No. Fort McHenry. Oh, that's the Fort we're gonna give him. He got to be Baltimore. Got to be Baltimore. He's from Fort McHenry, and I'm gonna tell him that.
His sister graduated from Towson.
There we go. We closer to Baltimore.
His sister graduated from Towson. They definitely got a lot of ties here. So shout out to the whole Davis clan, man. They did a wonderful thing over there. Each one of the kids is doing something promising.
Oh, you know what? Reminds me of something. Let me just say something about Yale real quick since he's on here, man. We have, for those of y'all who've been following the show for a minute, we had like Johnny Lang and whatnot in there. In fact, I should have had that chain on, but I'm gonna make sure I match them. I gotta wear black or purple when I wear that chain. But actually, no, it will work in orange. Cause ain't like I'm just gonna wear it with Oreo stuff too. But we were since I haven't seen Wink on here. We're doing this film called The Baltimore Bomb. We're reshooting it, and Wink, who's a regular listener normally, was in it, but he's not able to be in the scene. However, he has a replacement by the name of Yale Beverly, who has taken his place, but he's still Detective Wink. So Yale is now playing Detective Wink. And we had a night out where we were filming in this bar, man. And I will say, I will give credit. Brooks and Jackie were. Wait, I'm gonna read that again later. I'm sorry. I got distracted when I said Brooks and Frank are not brothers. But Beezer says no, but Brooks and Jackie were. All right. Anyway, but back to Yale. Man, he caught me off guard. Yeah, I would say Yale's acting isn't bad, man. It's not that bad. He was patient. It's not that bad. What do you expect to see? You think you see comedy with Yale? You think you laugh as soon as he pop up?
Yes, yes, yes. Even when Yale is serious, he's funny.
I'm gonna tell you how you know Yale was acting. I'm gonna tell you how you can tell the difference. This is a key giveaway. He didn't speak much. He only said his lines and he stopped. In real life, Yale does not say one sentence and drink something. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's my shout out to Yale. Yale, he didn't speak longer than a minute at a time, unlike his posts and everything here. Or if he calls in, y'all got to be ready. But I will say when Yale does call in, it gives me a chance to eat some stuff because it's gonna be a while. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I'm giving you credit, backhanded compliment, but your acting's pretty good. By the way, Yale in the movie is my boss. He is the captain, police captain. And by the way, yeah, we got to reshoot that. We got to redo that scene. Yeah, I don't know if you heard or not. And it was supposed to be reshooting that Saturday. Doing another scene Saturday. But anyway, that's a long story. I thought I'd just let you know about that, Rock.
Okay.
And
Johnny Lane, he got a motorcycle scene. I don't want to say nothing.
motorcycle game.
I don't want to say nothing. I just want to.
You just want to be in the background?
I want to show up on my bike with my helmet on.
Bro, that might be sad, but there's a motorcycle gang that's in it, and you just would be like an extra and just sit there and not have to speak,
Yeah.
but be in the background. I promise you, I
And ask
promise
him
you.
how many bikes he needs.
Oh, that I don't know. You can bring. How you gonna get them out there?
We're gonna ride them.
All right.
Feed the people that.
You gonna bring extras? I thought you just gonna bring you and like 5 bikes,
Nah.
bruh. I would tell him. So when he was on earlier, man, that would probably be needed.
Yeah.
Because there is a biker gang. There's a bunch of villains in this, man.
Yeah. Just let me know how many bikes he needs. I don't want to speak. I just want to be seen on my bike.
Which part is the second Yale about the reshooting the scene that we did the other night, or you shocked that I gave you a compliment on your acting skill? But it was actually pretty good, man. There's a lot of ad libbing, and then the hard part is to remember your ad lib. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's an experience. But anyway, man, just thought I'd put it out there. But I am. Look, it's a lot going on in Baltimore for Baltimore, and this could be, I'm liking both my teams in the playoffs. I have no doubt about the Ravens at all. And I really feel like their competition for the division is going to be Cincinnati. But if Cincinnati don't do anything about their defense, they're going to be looking like they did last year. They done spent a lot of money on receivers. A lot of money. Oh, wait a
Hey,
minute.
stop that for a second. Yale, I have a problem with that. I promise you. Yeah, I was sitting there trying to figure out how to ask Johnny if Polak Johnny's can open for the summer, open for the month of May, from May to September. Listen, we need some Polak Johnny's with the work sauce.
For those who don't know, Yale's comment about Rock being an extra is like, says have his ass sitting on a bike eating a hot dog slowly. But you're like, that's made for you.
Yeah, and we might have to keep reshooting the scene.
You know the timeline came up when you was in that Polak Johnny eating contest. What was that? I need to share that again. It's on YouTube, by the way. Anybody want to see it? Type in Polak Johnny. I don't know if I put Baltimore in it. Polak Johnny eating contest 2023. That wasn't last year, right? 2023. Polak Johnny eating contest. You would see my man Rock slowly. Yeah, man, we got to reshoot that scene. Yeah, I don't know why. Hold on to that police badge too. But I don't know what happened. I don't know if the sound. I don't know what happened, but it looked. I thought everything went well, but I was like, we spent a lot of time in that bar, man, and that was the game Maryland lost because the crowd started yelling. Somebody, we lost to a buzzer beater some kind of way. But but it was cool, man. Anyway, bro, we all over the place. So how we doing? How long we rolling, man? We rolling 9?
You tell me when you want to start.
All right. We will look. The show, we'll start doing the show again on Tuesday, 7 to 9. Now that I know what to do, where to be, and whatnot, and all that. And now all we got to do is figure out how we're going to get some tickets to roll in some gangs, man. Let me get to my boy Rock. Y'all don't understand. I'm not going to get into too much, but I'm glad that you're doing better, man. Can we just say it at that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not ashamed of it.
I don't know details, but
it need to be broadcast, man. I'm gonna let everybody know. I was hospitalized for 10 days. Um, I'm gonna tell you, man, fellas, especially men, go to the doctor. Let me say it slowly. Go to doctor. There's no shame in finding out what's going on with you, man. I was hospitalized for 10 days. I was diagnosed with congestive heart failure and kidney disease. I had 30 pounds of fluid on my body that they had to get out. For those that don't know, I went away. I went to Jersey for Christmas, right? While I was there, everyone in the house that was there for Christmas got sick. I didn't get sick. I'm the only one that's saying
like from food or
no. It was like a stomach virus.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm the only one that didn't get sick, so I'm like, I didn't get sick. Well, damn it, the day after Christmas, it hit me, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was so bad that we couldn't even travel back to Baltimore. Christmas was on like Wednesday or Thursday or something. We couldn't leave Jersey to come back home until Sunday. We were all that sick. And that was in December. When I came home, I had developed a bad cough, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was contributing the cough to me getting sick in December, but the cough wouldn't go away. Throughout the whole month of January, it was getting progressively worse. And then it started getting to the point where I couldn't lay on my back.
Wow.
I started sleeping on my side. Then it got to the point where I couldn't sleep on my side anymore, neither side.
Mm-hmm.
I would try to lay on my side, and I would get the coughing so bad, and then I couldn't breathe. I would have to stand up, right?
Right.
Then I couldn't lay on my chest. So now I gotta literally sit up in the bed to keep from coughing. And it wasn't getting any better. I'm popping cough syrup and some more.
Mm-hmm.
And keep in mind, the whole time my legs are swelling. I contributed my legs swelling to me being a DJ and being on my legs because it happens.
Okay.
And normally what I would do is just go home and elevate my feet. The swelling will go down.
Mm-hmm.
So now my legs are swollen. I can't sleep because I got this horrendous cough. I make an appointment with my primary care doctor, right?
Mm-hmm.
I go to the doctor's and I get out the truck in the parking garage, right?
Mm-hmm.
I walk from the parking garage to the front desk to check in, right?
Right.
I want to say from the parking garage to the front desk is roughly 100 yards. 100 yards, and then some of that can be cut down because I had to get on the elevator, right?
Right.
When I got to the front desk to check in, I couldn't breathe. I literally couldn't breathe, and I was on the phone. And I said to the person I was on the phone with, I can't breathe. The young lady that was supposed to be checking me in heard me say that and called the code stand, right?
Mm-hmm.
The nurses come running and they put me in a wheelchair. They took my oxygen level. For those that know anything about the human body, our oxygen level should have been above a 92, 93, right?
Right.
My oxygen level was at 82. They immediately take me upstairs to my primary care doctor. She took my blood pressure and took my oxygen again and immediately called the ambulance for me. They put me in the ambulance and transferred me to the hospital. When I got to the ER, the ER told me instantly, me getting there, you will be admitted. Like my levels were so jacked up and the swelling in my legs was so bad. They had already said before they even started treating me, they had already said that they were gonna be admitting me, right? They got me admitted in the hospital, and once I got there, they started running the labs and things like that. That's when they found out I had the congestive heart failure. My heart pumps strong, right?
Right.
But when it's supposed to contract, it doesn't contract the way it's supposed to, which causes the fluid buildup, which causes the fluid in my lungs and the fluid backing up throughout the rest of my body. It took them 10 days to get the fluid off of me. They put me on 6 different meds, and I'm proud to say I'm about between 92 and 95% back to where I'm supposed to be. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. The swelling has gone down, and I feel absolutely great. So again, I can't speak from a female's perspective because I'm not a female. Males, go to the doctor. There's no shame in the game. There's nothing that makes you less of a man. Go get informed because you don't know. And the way they explained it to me, it's to the point now that I have to weigh myself every morning when I get out of bed, right? If I gain more than 5 pounds in a 7 day period, I need to contact a doctor because they worried about
That
the
fluid?
Yes.
Okay.
So please, man, we have so much to live for. Go to the doctors, man. Just please go to the doctors by all means.
What was the fluid? You know what the cause was, or they drained you and gave you medicine and
The cause of the fluid buildup was because my kidneys wasn't functioning right. And due to me having high blood pressure and me not taking care of myself like I'm supposed to, it put extra work and my heart not working the way it's supposed to. It put extra work on my kidneys.
Okay.
And kidneys couldn't just flush the fluid the way it's supposed to.
Okay. Well, yeah, man. I on that, it's definitely yes. Go get your checkups and all that stuff, man. Especially when you get a certain age. I mean, naturally, it's not what the show's about, but it's an important message, and it's about us. Um, yeah, that's something that should be done, man. And who does? Do we have somebody that does a medical awareness or something on the show? On the station?
Midget, she has a show called The Pros and Cons of Healthcare.
Okay.
But she covers a lot. It's a wide range.
Okay.
She covers a lot. But if you do have something that you want to discuss, if you send an email or text or something to the station, she will get the needed information that you need. She's very good about that.
What's the station email?
You can go to it's rockmeg1@gmail.com. ROCMEG, the number 1 at gmail.com.
All right. I'm gonna add it to my things that I can put up here on the screen, and I'll make sure I have that posted too, because that'll be. I would love to. I'm ready to start watching everybody's show again, man. I'm excited about. I'm gonna have to. I still owe. By the way, little tiny feet. I owe you.
Richard.
I'd rather bring the pizza. I'd rather bring lunch. What night? Her show Saturday too. Wait a minute. Before, look, let me look on here. Saturday. The 29th. And what time's her show?
12 to 1:30.
Damn, right at lunchtime. Okay. All right, but there's a bunch of pizza. There's a pizza spot right there in the street. All right. I mean, who does she? Do you know of any guests she has coming in?
No.
Then she don't need no guests, and I can just bring a slice. Well, I guess one for you. You gonna be here?
No, I have a funeral to attend on Saturday.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that. Who's running that show? Gangsters?
Militant Midget, yes.
All right, that's still 2 slices. Yeah, if you would have been here, that would have been more than two slices. All right, I might have to roll through here, man, and let I'm a
You didn't even know how to be fair when you dividing the pizza.
bruh. Ain't no your math was always bad, man, and you trying to get your percentage, and I don't even know where you done made up a percentage. Um, Shout out to NCNW too, by the way. It's a lot of shout outs. I'm gonna do my shout outs at the beginning of the show and write everything down. They had an event that was real successful. Um, but you know what? I need to talk to her and make sure I say everything I need to say and don't leave anybody out. I'll do that next week. Wait a minute. Why am I losing? Half court buzzer. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I'm back. I'm back on that. All right, y'all. Here's what we've learned. We've learned that the Orioles will make it to the playoffs. We have learned that the Ravens will make it to and win the division. I'm saying this is the Super Bowl year, man. We need to go it out.
The conference or the division?
The Ravens?
Yeah.
All the above. They're going to the Super Bowl this year. They're going. I don't think Kansas City is as good, but I always think that they still somehow they punked the Bills, man. They just Bills ain't deserve to be there. It needed to be us. We were made to beat them, and Bills weren't. Bills Mafia, y'all suck. Just letting y'all know. Who else we got? Maryland's gonna win. Anything else? And there's also want to add something to the Maryland Film Festival, but I will mention that next week. There is a I've been in I've been in two films that have made it to the Maryland Film Festival, right? Baltimore Bomb, and I was in something called Wang and May. I'll tell y'all about that next week too, because I want to go up there when they do the awards. I'm not nominated personally, but um, I want to see all the independents film, all the films that have been nominated. I want to go watch them all, and I guess they'll do it on the big screen. I would like to see that. So I'm in a thing called Wang and Mayo, and I'm like the villain of the. It's about a half hour maybe. I gotta watch it again.
Can you slide to your
Oh,
left a little bit?
oh yes. You mean way enough? I'll be right back, y'all. Anyway, what you need?
One of them things in there.
The drinks or the wait, man.
Yeah.
What's these pot pies, bro?
I don't need one of them. I just need
You want this one?
whichever one you give me.
You won't catch it?
Yeah.
You ain't catch it, man. All right,
How you gonna throw it and hit the thing?
what's the chances of that? Ready?
Yeah.
Only because you had it wedged up against the chair.
Yeah. Now back to your mic. Can you close that? I ain't gonna be nothing.
Wait. I didn't slide in right. Wait a minute. We start over. All right, anyway. All right. Anyway, where we at? In order to get to the Super Bowl, you have to win a conference. That's what we doing all the above, Yale. All of oh, I get it. I know what you're saying. We doing all of it. But first, let's just start with week one. Let's just see who we got. Let's just a question for you. Question for you. First pick of the draft. What position do you want to see picked up? Oh no, that's not fair. Fair question. Would you rather the first pick be somebody on offense or defense? I'm thinking he's gonna say defense, but I don't know. He may have something else. That's my question to you, Yale. What's your thing? Offense or defense for the first pick? While we wait for that answer, I'm feeling proud to be a Baltimore fan right now, man. Baltimore sports, Maryland. I'll even say Maryland sports. I need y'all to understand that, and we always have this conversation. Baltimore is not part of the DMV. I need to corner I'm with you. I'm with you. Baltimore's not part of the DMV. I can't stress that enough. And I've had people go, well, Baltimore is in Maryland. No, Maryland is around Baltimore. There's a difference. There's a difference. That's all I'm saying. Maryland is around Baltimore. That's how that goes. So, but I would say Maryland fans, Baltimore fans, hell, and if you want to go DMV, then I guess you'd be happy for. I don't know about the Nationals, but I guess yo man, it could be a Baltimore DC Super Bowl, man. What you think?
No,
What would you rather see, Baltimore DC, or Baltimore and Philly?
Baltimore and Philly from a competitive standpoint.
Okay, now I'm gonna open it wide open. If Baltimore and anybody from the NFC, who would you like to see?
Philly,
Philly still your first choice.
yeah, they're the defending champs.
Okay, Philly looks like they're gonna be good for a while.
Yeah,
You want to see the Cowboys?
hell no,
You're a Cowboy. Okay. Now
no.
I already know your second team, in my opinion, is the Cowboys, but I predict your second team next year is gonna be wherever Sanders goes.
No,
That's gonna be your second team.
no. I'm not a Shador fan. I'm proud of what him and his father was able to accomplish, but like, nah, Shador don't move me like that. I was glad that him and his father was able to do what they do. But if Shador goes to the Raiders, I'm not gonna become a Raiders fan because Shador's there. I'm gonna watch him play. I like to see him play,
Mm-hmm.
and I want him to be successful. But like, I'm not a diehard Sanders fan.
Let me read real quick. Yale says offense is stacked enough that we don't need to draft a starter. Starters or regular contributors are expected out of the first 3 rounds. I'm with you on that. I'm like we need okay between a pass rusher or a corner. I mean, I definitely. It seems like we've been getting some decent pressure the last couple years, surprisingly. Um, but we haven't had the man. You know what I mean?
We haven't had that outstanding front four, man. We really need some ends that's game changing. Our linebackers are much more successful when our nose guard is a beast and our defensive ends can contain.
Okay.
That's when our linebackers really go to work. Our system with us running the 4-4,
Mm-hmm.
um, you can't. The whole purpose of that front four is to occupy so the linebackers can run free. If the linebackers are getting blocked, they're not going to be able to dominate the way they've been over the years. Ray did what he did. Now, let me say this before you try to jump down my throat. Ray is an outstanding linebacker and an even more outstanding athlete, right?
Who? Ray Lewis?
Ray. But if he didn't have Nada in front of him, if Buddy Lee wasn't doing what he did, Ray wouldn't be free to do what he did.
Okay. Okay. I will because before that it was Saragusa. Like for the first, it was Saragusa and Samuel Adams.
Exactly. He's always had a bona fide lineman in front of him that could occupy a couple linemen. They gave him the liberty to roam free. He wasn't getting bodies put on him.
Ray was fast though, man. Ray was no war daddy since Suggs on D. Yeah, Suggs is probably the last bad man we've had as an edge rusher. But he's saying false. I don't know if that's false about the Ray Lewis comment. I don't know what the false part is. But I think Ray. One thing about Ray, man, Ray was so that dude was just special. You know what I mean?
Yes, he was.
Mhm.
But think about it like right now with us having what's the name is our middle linebacker, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's getting bodies put on him. And I'm not saying he would have been another Ray Lewis, but he'd have been a much more higher caliber if we had a bona fide nose tackle in front of him.
I wish we had I don't know, just the chemistry between him and Queen, man. I just wanted we needed like one more year of that. One more year of that. But I can't it's Queen.
Roquan and Queen.
Yeah. Queen is pissed, man. Like I watched him being interviewed by was it Marlon Humphrey? I saw him on something He just him and the other dude that we used to have that was a corner or a safety. I can't think of his name. He didn't come back. He talks man shit. He's like, Pittsburgh's a city. The food is better. I'm like, I know you lying there. Once he said the food is better, he's coming straight out of Hater University, man, because food is not better in Pittsburgh. What you talking about? That what they got? That coleslaw? What they got over there? Fries and stuff. I don't know what they have, but the food is not better in Pittsburgh. Actually, and I saw a player. I want to say it was it Marshawn? Maybe it was Pac-Man Jones. Somebody's made a comment about the worst NFL city. He said it was Pittsburgh. I gotta share that to my page. I gotta find that again.
Since we're speaking on the Ravens, man, and their accomplishments,
Yeah.
how you feel about Ray Rice being the head JV coach at Malcolm Mill?
I just found that out yesterday, and I wasn't
Really?
a lady told me that, and I didn't know who she was. And she's like, "Yeah, my grandson goes to that school," and I was like, I hadn't heard that. So she said it, and I was like, I just because I didn't know who she was, and she just talking to me out the blue. I was like, I need to find out, and I just found out. Yes, what's today? Tuesday. I just found out Saturday.
Man, do you realize Malcolm Mill is already kicking ass?
Yeah, yeah.
But can you imagine how many kids gonna want to go to Malcolm Mill now because the JV head coach and the varsity head coach are both ex NFL players?
Yeah.
Can you imagine? You was a kid, man. You wouldn't want to go to Malcolm Mill now.
Oh, Bob said sending good thoughts and healing prayers to you.
Thank you, Bob. Appreciate you, brother.
Um,
But can you imagine that, man? Can you imagine not just the on field knowledge, but just the life experiences, period, that them kids are gonna gain from two ex NFL players?
man, I love the idea. Like I'm still a Ray Rice fan. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
wanted to get him back.
yeah,
I wanted to get him back.
yeah.
I just wish he could have gotten a fair shake. I don't support domestic violence. I really don't. Don't nobody call me talking about I'm a woman beater supporter. I'm not. What I'm saying is, if his wife chose to forgive him, how are we that's not even involved in the situation gonna try to condemn him?
Mm-hmm.
Let that man, whatever happened between them, happened between them. You know, it had nothing to do with um what they got him on the etiquette clause or something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's so much more than that 30-second video that we saw of him.
Well, yeah, it was. I mean, the whole video. I mean, she spit on him. I think it was just a reaction. It was just a bad day for everybody. Probably lost a bunch of money in the slots too. It was probably all bad, man. Let me clarify what Yale was saying. He was saying Ray was killing. I don't know how he meant killing, but anyway, Ray was killing before Adams and Goose. He said, but they set a standard. After Goose and Adams was gone, Buddy Lee was there getting penetration, but correct, but not keeping guards off Ray. Nada came and did more than just that. But by then, Ray's game was sideline to sideline. Ray could cover people like you to have Ray on anybody, receiver, back, whoever it was. Ray was keeping up with everybody. He had like real speed, man.
Yeah,
He just looked funny reading.
Tank receiver. I'm thinking twice about coming across that name. Because even if you complete the pass, you got it in the back of your mind. God damn, where's he at? Where is he at?
You know what's
He's
funny?
coming.
Watching every now and then I'm following YouTube and somebody will have like Ray's greatest hits and I'm like, you can't even do any, and it wasn't that long ago, man. And you can't even do that. You can't even do any of that anymore. And Ray stuff was like legal, and I think players like him are still going. Like if he played today, he'd still be hitting you hard.
All right, so if you had to choose, we building this all-star team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who's gonna play your middle, LT or
Ray.
or Ray?
He ain't playing no middle. I don't see coming off the edge. Ray's in the middle. I'm not put like this. I'm not picking anybody over Ray. Dick Buckets, Mike Singleton. I'm not picking anybody over
Ray's
Ray.
the greatest of all time.
For me, in the middle. He is. Um, Now maybe somebody can show me some footage, somebody older, but it's like me talking about Jordan versus LeBron.
LeBron.
It's like I've seen them both play, and so I'm like, Ray was a beast. Asked that tight end for the Jets. Ocho, Corey Dillon.
Joe said that. he said that.
Ocho, they got hit. He was mic'd up and got jacked up. It's like, yeah, I tried to hit Ray, man. I will watch that. Yale's agreeing. I think in the middle, I don't see anybody better than Ray because he had speed and everything, man. And he was hitting and it's not to take away from other linebackers. That's people. I argue with my cousins because they love the Giants. So I put Ray over LT in any form, and they're like, oh, they all ready to yell. Don't care. I don't care. But it's two different. They were in two different spots. But they're not even trying to argue that. So I'm just like, it'll be quiet in the house. I'll be like, y'all know Ray better. Ray who? Ray Lewis. And then it's on. It's on. It's huh? Reed. Reed. It's the same thing. They did different things, but statistically, touchdowns. I'm going.
Who would you fear if you was a receiver, right? Who you fearing, Reed or Palomalo?
I'm fearing Reed because Reed's going to take the ball. Reed is going. He's taking the ball. Like I guess Palomalo hit. I don't recall him really. I'm thinking for the purposes of the game. I put it like this: as a quarterback, I think you got to fear Reed, and if you see Palomalo on the line, he's coming. That's me. That's what used to make me mad about Flacco. It's like he's on the line. He coming, man.
Coming, yeah. Well, he ain't dropping back.
Right. He is there.
Gonna be in the wings.
Reed, you can see him anywhere. He may not necessarily he's trying to get the ball. Bob says your health is important, but we all push so hard to succeed that we overlook it. That's a great point, Bob.
Yeah,
that's
a great point. In that trick bag.
Yeah, you like trying to get stuff accomplished, and one thing, I think the main reason we as men overlook stuff sometimes, I think it has to do with us being a kid. How many times were we outside playing and got hurt, and we keep playing? Yeah. It's like it's a guy thing where it's like I don't want to come in. My mother saw I was and I told playing down the park on Allendale, and we was playing football. It's glass on that field.
Yeah.
So you have to where to get tackled.
Right.
Right. But sometimes, man, somebody ain't cooperating.
Right.
And I got a scar right here, right? And I was bleeding. And I didn't know it was mine. You see blood. Somebody bleeding.
Right.
And it's like, and then somebody finally says, it's you. You know what I mean?
But you don't notice it because you don't feel the pain. Right. The adrenaline keeps the pain away.
I'm out there running around, and one day I'm wearing like a tank top or something. Man, this might even be a year later. Like this wasn't recent. And my mother's like, on your shoulder. And I have no idea what she's talking about, but you know what it turns into when
like a scab or a mark.
Yeah. She's telling me I should have had stitches. You should have had this done. Why didn't you tell me? I'm like, it's like, and I knew I got one here and I got one here from the. Make sure I got the right side. This. So I got a bigger one on my shoulder. But y'all can't see that. But anyway, this is from working in a bowling alley. Because I was resetting the pins and somebody bowled and I pulled my arm up and there was something sharp and I cut my, you know what I mean? But it's like it's guy stuff. We get hurt all the time.
That same park you're talking about?
Yeah.
My cousin Pete, DJ Pete, likes to come on Friday night at 6, the weekend jump off.
That's a good one.
We went to Virginia to DJ, right? Mm-hmm. My family stayed the weekend. We want to go home, right?
Right.
So my cousin was coming back to Baltimore. We going home with him. My mother specifically said, do not leave out that house. Uh-huh. So what you think we did?
Left. I knew that part.
We got the phone.
Y'all ain't get arrested, did you?
Yeah, nah. Oh. Phone call. Everybody was going to. We had we used to play this game, and you're from the village, so you understand. Your side of the park against our side of the park.
Yep.
We can't make it.
Yep.
You listen, words.
Yep.
Yo, make the park at 2:00. You gotta be there, right?
Man.
Pete's favorite football player was John Riggins, right?
Okay.
Just where forgot he was the greatest running back. Little and shifty. So you always wanted Pete to get the ball, right?
Right.
Pete gets the ball. He's running down the field, right? We're coming from the Galveston side going toward the Allendale side.
Okay.
That's the way we're going up the field.
Okay.
He is going for it. Like he the win. He's up, right? And the guy's his name was Pumpkin. Pumpkin ran him down, right? And caught him. But he caught him right before Pete got the touchdown. When he hit the ground, Pete jumped up. And we looking because we thinking he's celebrating. He's celebrating. He got a piece of glass stuck in his back.
Dude.
He's yelling, ah. And he took off running. We lived on Granton, right?
Damn. Okay.
He jumped up and screaming, ah, and started running toward the alley to get you where we lived at on Granton.
But you don't see the glass.
No.
Right.
I know because it's my cousin.
Right.
And when he started running home, I'm running behind him. And when we got to the house, you could see it had to be like a Heineken bottle because it was green.
Oh, like the whole the curve part?
Yes.
Is in his back?
It's stuck in his back.
Damn.
And Pete ended up getting like 16, 18 stitches behind that, right?
Mm-hmm.
To tell you how bad it was, he wasn't worried about going to the hospital, going to the stitches. What do you think the first thing he said?
What he said?
Well, it's supposed to come outside.
Wait, let me. Mark says we patch ourselves up with duct tape and super glue. What's stitches?
Yes.
You right, Mark. It's a
But now we gotta call back to Richmond, Virginia to tell my mother we're going to the hospital because Pete gotta now get stitches when we were specifically told, do not leave the house.
Bruh. What happened to y'all?
Oh, we were supposed to be punished. Supposed to be punished. But I'm gonna tell you the trick of being punished. We lived on Edgewood. My grandmother lived on Grantley. My aunt lived on Allendale, right? All my friends are in there. So all you gotta do is I'm going around grandma's house. I'm still punished.
Right. Right.
What do you think that when I got to grandma's house?
You gonna be playing with you gonna get a little time in.
Yes.
You just better not be an hour getting over there.
Yes.
That's how it was with me. My cousin was on Rokeby. I was on Mount Holly. I had another cousin on Stokes Drive and Flowerton. So it's like, yeah, we're all within, except the Stokes Drive was a little walk up the hill, but everybody else is close. And my grandparents were across the street. So that was the hard part. Them being across the street was good unless you trying to stay home from school and not be seen. You know what I mean?
We're from the same area.
Yeah, yeah.
So let me ask you this question.
All right.
Do you know what a quicksand is in the woods by the park?
That at the Allendale Park?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I haven't heard that. Like, yes, because the dump is on the other side.
Yeah.
And I know you're talking about.
We used to call it quicksand,
right?
Because of the mud.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was. But what is it?
It's just red mud. It's just in the creek.
We ain't go in it. We ain't go. Yeah.
Let me tell you what happened, man.
Don't tell me you got trapped in there like
some brand new ponies. Remember when ponies first came out? I had some brand new ponies. They was burgundy, man. They were slick.
In there?
We were in the woods. We was just in the woods playing. And we was in the woods every day.
Right.
What we did was we took like planks of wood and put across the mud so we could get to the other side and go to the top of the hill, right?
Mm-hmm.
We in there playing one day, and I slipped off the plank of wood into the quicksand. I was just telling you about my cousin P, right? His sister, Shantae, that's my baby girl. She got to screaming. Man, listen. It wasn't that deep. It only came like above my ankles.
Man.
My life.
Yeah, because your shoes are done, bro. Did you track that in the house too?
I ain't tracking in the house.
You're smart enough to
Because the moment she looked at me, my grandmother was like, "Where you get the blood from?" I had to tell her we was in the woods, but we were told
not
to go in the woods.
But you know what? I'm sorry. Look, I gotta apologize to the people that didn't grow up in the village, but
Right.
y'all got to give us this moment. The problem with not playing in the woods, it went all the way. It went from Hilton,
Yes,
all the way up.
we got lost.
Yeah. Did you ever try to go to Walbrook through there? Because
That's where we went at. We walked. We was in the woods. We didn't realize where we were going. There ain't no street sign.
right, right.
When we realized that we could see the streets, we were all the way on the other side of Hilton Parkway, and we was too naive. I ain't gonna call us dumb. We was too naive to realize just walk back the same way you just came. So we tried to keep walking in a circle, which put us further around. When we was walking, man, and we had walked so far, we ended up back on Stokes Drive.
Oh, damn.
And then we didn't realize how close we were to home, but we didn't.
Right. So you walked in a big thing, and you ain't even know it.
In the woods. It don't look like Stokes Drive in the woods. So we're standing in the woods and we're looking at the apartments on Wildwood Parkway thinking it, because we had been walking so long, we thinking it's somewhere else, like way, way far.
Yeah.
And we scared to come out the if we'd have just walked out the woods, we'd have realized where we were.
Have you ever walked in there and seen people in there? Like seen somebody in there? That's some scary shit there.
Did you do that?
No.
Yes.
A police
substation is in the woods. And we found that by accident. We were mountain biking in there, right?
Yep.
When you go down the
did you go to the pipeline?
Yes.
Okay, is it along that?
No, it's on the fire trail.
Okay.
It's on the fire trail. If you enter right there by Leon Day Park,
yeah,
it's a fire trail there, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you take the fire trail in, before you get to the little where the bathrooms and everything is in Lincoln Park,
Yeah.
it's a police substation in there. The booth is only big enough for maybe 2 people to get in there.
I never saw
It's a police substation in there. And we were mountain biking, saw the thing, and we stopped. And 2 damn police walked up on us. Man, we almost pissed ourselves.
Yeah. There are certain trails that we like. If you go in from the Mount Holly side, there's a hill that for whatever we kept running over, so it was always like a path. So I knew where in the center.
At the end of Mount Holly where Stokes Drive is?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you went, we called it a walnut tree. I don't know if it was really a walnut tree, but that's what we called it. And you go in by the walnut tree, and you just go straight up. And it was wide enough, like if it snowed, you could ride the sled through there. That's how wide it was. But I knew how to get that all the way to the pipeline, right?
Right.
And then you got to get on the other side. And there was no real path. That's how you could get to Walbrook. But I didn't know Walbrook was over there until the wintertime, because then you could see
the trees.
If it's sunny, the buildings would shine on it. And then, because back then, you could see, like if it was New Year's Eve, you could see fireworks from the harbor.
Yes.
And we don't have it. So if you could see them, imagine where we are.
Right.
You could really see, and then probably up Stokes Drive, you could really see. But I hated to do that to y'all, man. But when we talk village stuff, sometimes, man, you gotta go. Look, I was talking to somebody last thing, man. Wait a minute. I'm gonna give one pause. I'm gonna read one of Yale's comments, and then I'm gonna come back to it. Yale list inside linebackers. The list: Ray #1, Mike Singletary #2, Dick Buckus #3, Ray Nietzsche 4, Sam Huff 5, and then you can add Urlacher in the mix anywhere after Singletary. I forgot about Urlacher. Urlacher, his season was too brief. Ray had to be the go because he played longer than everybody, man. But I like that. Okay, coming back to. I had a lady. She's telling me, I'm gonna test your knowledge, man. I'm gonna see how far back you go to the village. So, do you remember the bowling alley?
In the village?
Yes.
I remember where it was, but I've never been in. I've seen that movie, but I've never been to the bowling alley.
So that's where me and you are, because she was talking about the bowling alley, and I said I just remember the sign saying bowling, but it wasn't open.
Right.
But the 99 cent.
The 99 cent movie.
And half the time it was karate movie.
Yeah.
So that's me and you in the same spot. Because I said, I know there was a bowling alley, but I didn't see it. Do you remember? I'm gonna give you an easy one. Chicken George.
Of course. I used to work in the village.
Did you?
I'm gonna eat spicy breast and some dirty rice.
What?
Every day. Every day.
All right, I'm
With a biscuit.
Chicken George. You couldn't beat Chicken George for me. Beat, and this is for me. It was better than KFC.
KFC, it was.
It's better than Pop. It was.
It was.
It was the best. They didn't have the chicken.
The soft skin.
Right. They didn't have the sandwich though. But I mean, Popeye's got that sandwich. But that's the greatest chicken fast food place for me ever. Chicken George, man.
Chicken George.
I miss it.
And they closed because of a divorce, man.
Is that what happened?
Yes. The guy who owned Chicken George lost the business itself in a divorce, and the wife closed it.
All right, let me read one more comment before we put our people to sleep. Bob says offensive tackle should be the first pick. I don't know if I agree with that. I'm still thinking defense, but I respect your opinion. And Yale sent a link, a YouTube link. I can't pull it up though. I gotta wait till I'm not live, unless you can. I probably gotta wait till I log off and come back on. All right, man. You know where Rite Aid is? It Rite Aid?
It ain't there no more. They turned in the Dollar Journal, but they closed.
Do you remember the drugstore that was there before Rite Aid?
No. Rite Aid was there when I started frequenting the village.
It was a drugstore before that, and if somebody said, I would know it. But before Rite Aid, there was another drugstore that was all over the place, like Rite Aid is now.
Okay.
All right. Do you remember? See, it's like I can see all this stuff, but I can't remember the names. The shoe store.
Which one? Foot Locker?
No. Gotta go way back. Because I don't think they have them anymore. We used to get when you get those ponies. Did you get them from the village?
No. Guy from Baltimore Street, Economy Shoes.
All right, I gotta do some research. I'm gonna quiz you because I'm gonna have to go way back. But it ain't fair if it's before our time. But I remember that was my introduction to hacks. The original Uber, y'all don't know nothing about that. That was my intro to the hacks because they would sit up there by the supermarket. And I can't remember what the supermarket was called. But I remember my aunt, we would go up there, sometimes we walk, whatever, but the dudes, because remember you couldn't say you was a hack because calves would be sitting around. You know what I mean? And you're taking business from the calves. You know what I'm talking about? So show me, man, how you signal for a hack. Oh, wait a minute, do it on camera. Let them see your hand. Usually, people used to think that was you looking for drugs. You remember that? Yeah. Somebody out here looking for drugs. It's like, nah, they looking for a ride. Anyway, y'all, I'm finished. All right, y'all, look. I had a good time being back here today. Oh, wait a minute, Yale. For Bob, that's a good question, Yale. He wants to know, why do you think we should get an OT in the late 20s? And with Rosengarten being the right tackle and Stanley signed for 2 years and back to form, why would you waste the pick on a guy who won't start this year? I like to see Bob answer that. Bob likes Joe Burrow, though. So I'm going to see if he answers that before we roll out. I would love to know that. Next week, I need to know. So next week, we are going to cover. When we come back next week, man, we got to cover Maryland. Because they should still be playing.
And Don Stanley.
Huh?
And Don Stanley.
So who you rooting for? You rooting for Maryland or Don Stanley?
I'm rooting for Maryland, but I'm going to watch Don Stanley.
All right. So we watching that game, and according to our word here, they play Friday. So, oh, shoot. I'm going. We got somewhere to go. Hopefully, so, you know what? I'm going to have to work out something where you go live on your phone and put on messages so I can watch it, because I'm supposed to be going somewhere Friday night. Actually, if the game's at 5, they might be done before we leave. Either way, I'll watch the highlights. It'll be on something, but I'm going to keep up with the score. All right, so we're going to discuss Maryland. We're going to discuss the Orioles. We'll see what's up with the Ravens. By the way, something I did have. I'm going to do this real quick. In reference to the worst Super Bowl ever. halftime show that is. I got a little list, man, that I pulled up weeks ago of every halftime show. And I'm willing to fight somebody who thinks Kendrick Lamar, even, and I will say this, for it to be the so-called worst halftime show ever, it's the most watched halftime show ever. When this last check, it was like 100.
It's subliminal to it, Troy. And that's why they think it was the worst halftime show ever.
Bro,
They're not like us.
who's still doing the dance? Everybody. Oh, everybody. When I'm looking, I saw nuns. Nuns.
Can we, since we're talking about Kendrick Lamar, can I just interject for a second?
Go ahead.
I went to a DJ competition on Sunday, right?
Right.
It was a DJ that was there in the competition. For those that don't know, Kendrick Lamar has a new song out called Turn the TV On, right?
Uh-huh.
The DJ was DJing, right?
Uh-huh.
Now, behind the DJs, this is big Jumbotron, so thus in the audience can see the Jumbotron to see what the DJ's doing, right?
Right.
He started backspinning. For those that don't know what backspinning is, it's going from table to table, right?
Uh-huh.
He says, I walk around with an S on my chest, right? For Jay-Z, right?
Right.
He kept doing it. The whole time he was performing, he had a jacket on, right?
Uh-huh.
He's backspinning it, but in the midst of him backspinning, he's taking the jacket off. When he takes the jacket off, he has a Superman emblem on his chest with the S in it. Everybody was going crazy.
Man, yeah.
He goes to Kendrick Lamar, turn the TV on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's backspinning, turn the TV on, right?
Mm-hmm.
He did it a couple times and stuck his fist in the air, and the Jumbotron behind him went blank. Troy, it was a rat. Listen, I had to sit when you were talking about Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
I had a flashback from Sunday. Go ahead and finish about the halftime show.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to pull that song up, man, because I don't think I've heard that song.
Yeah, he
But
said, turn the TV off.
Wait a minute. Worst Super Bowl halftime performance ever was that simple "Up with People" crap they used to do in the '80s. Up with People. I remember they. Look, you know when they started trying to kill with halftime shows?
When Janet?
No, Living Color. Living Color kicked their ass that year that they did a halftime. They did a.
You might have told us the story before. The halftime show came about.
Yeah, they did that. They did a half. They said we're gonna do an Living Color show during the halftime, and they did a countdown. So when the halftime was over, you could turn back to the Super Bowl. And then the following year, they got Michael Jackson. NFL got Michael Jackson for the halftime show because it was hot, man. So I may have told you that before, but anyway, halftime shows okay. Now, all right, everybody know that was Kendrick and SZA and all that shit, and Serena, all that. That was nice. 2024 Usher. Was that terrible?
No.
But I did have people was like they were disappointed with Kendrick. They were disappointed with Usher. They thought, oh man, I was just expecting more. I don't know what they expect. I don't know what you expect. I didn't have a problem with Usher. I'm not a diehard Usher fan, but it's Usher. I don't dislike Usher.
Anybody to say that they're not a diehard Usher fan,
I'm a diehard.
To see his show in Vegas.
I've seen him live before. I hadn't seen the Vegas show. But I like his show. I think he's talented. It's not to say
that Vegas residency is totally different. You got 2.5 hours of nothing but Usher. And when I tell you it's a show to be seen.
Is that the same show where he's saying, "Can we talk?" And was that the same? It may not have been that same day, but I'm wondering is that the same setup? And then Tevin Campbell came out and finished singing the song. Does that sound right?
Tevin Campbell wasn't there when we went. We went 4th of July. We was there the night Tiana Taylor was there, and her husband got upset. We was there for that show.
Oh, okay. Okay.
4th of July of last year. We was there. Let me say this. That show is awesome, Troy.
Okay.
Awesome. Listen, you until you can see it personally, you have a new family. All right. Y'all turn y'all ears off for a second. I want to tell Troy something. Troy, he has a plus size stripper in this show. Because he brings ATL to the stage, right? This young lady, she's a thickum, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when I tell you, she worked the pole. Troy. I wanted to throw whatever little bit of money that was in my pocket to the stage, man. He everybody in that show was top notch.
Okay.
When you watched her routine, you forgot that she was half naked. It's Usher is a different animal when it comes to performing, man.
Okay.
Yes,
So you love the show.
very much so.
All right. So that year, okay, so 2024 was Usher, Alicia Keys, Jermaine Dupri, Will I Am, Lil Jon, Ludacris, all that. Before that, it was Rihanna. And this is the thing. The people who have a problem with Kendrick, well, you need to have somebody that's a little more well known, a little more popular. That was the so-called excuse. I promise you, if Taylor Swift would have been on there, they'd have been, oh no, some left wing, whatever. It'd have still been an excuse. If you don't like somebody, just say, I didn't like it. Don't give a reason why it should have been somebody else. You just don't understand. You don't like rap, whatever. You didn't like him for other reasons, whatever. But it's not the worst halftime show ever. We got before that was Eminem, Dre, Snoop, Kendrick was there, Mary J. 2021, it was The Weeknd. Now that's not my favorite. The Weeknd was not my favorite. But 2020, Shakira, J Lo. Does that sound familiar?
It sounds familiar, but it was boring.
Yes. I wasn't impressed with J Lo. So I would say J Lo was worse than Kendrick. 2019, Maroon 5, Travis Scott, Big Boy. I thought that was okay. I can't remember the details, but I didn't hate it. Now, 2018, Justin Timberlake. You remember that? The Tennessee Kids. I don't even know who they are.
Is that Justin Timberlake in 10? Oh, no, that wasn't Justin Timberlake in Jan. It was Justin Timberlake in
No. This is 2018, Justin Timberlake.
No.
And he, because I remember he was sitting, he took somebody's phone and did a selfie with this little kid's phone. I remember that kid was probably excited. But okay, before that, Lady Gaga diving from the roof. I'm not gonna go through everything, but I'm just saying it's been some. It's Coldplay, Beyonce, Bruno Mars.
Powerful show, but I don't remember the halftime show.
I thought Coldplay was boring. Coldplay put me to sleep. Before that, now I want you to remember this. I didn't think this was great until the last person I named made it for me. It was Katy Perry, Lenny Kravitz, Missy Elliott. You remember that?
I don't remember it now.
Missy popped out, man, because it was Katie. She had these lines or whatever. Missy came out, work it, can you work? Man, I'm like, wait a minute. She got me up, man. Missy made that one for me. All right, I'm gonna roll on through Bruno Mars, Red Hot Chili Peppers. I remember that. I'm a Red Hot Chili Peppers fan, man. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Anyway, I ain't gonna stay long on that. All right, let me find something terrible. Madonna, Black Eyed Peas, The Who. That's who they wanted to see. The Who. They wanted to see Journey. They wanted to see who? Aerosmith, maybe? I like Aerosmith.
And Kendrick is opening up the 2028 Olympic Games.
He should. I like him.
His representative is the chairman of the committee.
Bruce Springsteen, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, right? I got no problem with them, but how many people are like in the? Do you know who they are? Tom Petty.
Tom Petty is.
Yeah, that was that. Tom Petty, 2007, Prince. That didn't
rain that game. That game it rained.
We should have been in. That should have been the Ravens and Minnesota in that game for Purple Rain.
Purple Rain.
All right, I'm gonna roll through Rolling Stones, Paul McCartney. But no, the worst one. You got to go way back, man. Celebration of Soul, Stevie Wonder. I don't even remember this. Motown tribute, Boys and Men, Smokey Robinson, Queen Latifah. That was '98. I'm gonna tell you where you want to get to the worst Super Bowls. I'm gonna let y'all roll. I ain't even scrolling on the phone. Has to be. All right, let me go back here. Worst halftime. Let me go back. I would say. I'm gonna say 1983, the Kaleido Superscope. I don't even know what that is, but that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Super Bowls tribute to superstars of the silver screen. Bebop Bamboozled featuring 3D effects. That's 1989. The Mardi Gras Festival, 1981. It's a Small World, bruh. Now they got tribute to Duke Ellington. Let me see. They got Grambling State Bands. This has been going on for the 60s. I'm just saying, look, this ain't the worst one. Y'all need to get up off of that. Get up off of that. All right, to my four people that have probably left because we done started going back in the past. We done covered Edmondson Village. I'm from Baltimore. That's why. That's gonna be my next shirt, man. All right, Rock, man. I'm about to wrap. Anything we gotta add, man, before we roll out.
May 3rd, the WMEG radio station is having a gospel extravaganza. For those of you that love gospel music, come on out and check us out, man. It's going to be at the Arena Players. It's going to be May 3rd at 2 p.m. Tickets are $35. They are on Eventbrite, or you can call the station at 443-267-6558. You're going to be listening to the sounds of Ralph Magwood, the Quartet Sermon, Ashley Foreman, and our very own WMEG's own Monday the Show. Come on out, check us out. There's a few tickets left, man. Give us a call so you can be in the building and join us, all right?
It's a gospel show.
Yes, gospel extravaganza.
So Mr. Magwood, I like him and I like the band, man. Love the band. So are they not going to do some of the stuff that they're going to do all? Is it all gospel?
It's all gospel.
So he's going to do all gospel songs.
Yes. For those that don't know Mr. Magwood, he's a jazz musician, right? But he's a world-renowned gospel artist.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Yo, he is. When I saw him with jazz, he's phenomenal, man. I love and all the musicians, man, top notch, man, top notch. I was impressed. It's worth going. If he was by himself, it's worth going. But now to check out everybody, say it again, man. What's all happening?
Sermon is performing. It's a gospel quartet. Mr. Ralph Magwood and his Vicious Trio. Ashley Foreman and My Day the Show.
At what time?
Doors open at 2 p.m.
Okay. All right, man. Let's see what I can do about that. I do believe I'm finally going to be in town for something because I keep leaving at certain times. We may have the special photo. I'm going to be posting it. Yale said, check the page for the link and a special photo. Whatever that photo is, unless it's me, I'm going to be posting that, bro. So be ready. I hope it's the feet. I hope it's feet. Little feet. She probably sleep now, right? In the past her.
Yes,
We're 9:28. Look, and then next time, man, look, when you talk to her, find out that she's gonna have some guests. I hope not. Oh, I got it, Yale. It just popped up. I'm definitely gonna roll. Wait a minute. You know what? Give me 1 second. Let me just see what this is real. Oh no, that's the Ray Lewis one. Okay. Bone crushing hit on Dusting. Oh shoot. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can let y'all see this real quick. Why not? Wait, camera. Wait, let me put it on camera 3. Hold on. Oh shoot. Wait a minute. Let me get y'all to the 3. Hold on. Oh, shoot, they're already high fiving. He might have already killed the man. Wait a minute. Let me start that over. Somebody, he jumped up so quick. I want more. Give me some more. Was that Busta Rhymes? You people had enough? Give me some more. Wait a minute. Here we go. Let's see. Yeah. Yes. Oh man. Flipster. Yeah. Oh, subscribe. Thanks, you. Yo, we need a little dash of that all the time, man. All the time. I'm gonna have to work. I gotta learn how to. There's a way I can put videos on here. I gotta do that. All right, look, y'all. So next week, let's be ready. We're gonna be back at 7 o'clock at the new WMEG studios, and we're gonna cover Maryland basketball, male and female teams. We're covering both teams. Who you want to see, Rock?
Dawn Staley in Maryland.
Anyway, it's like David Ruffin and the Temptations. No, they're on opposite sides. But anyway, we're gonna check them out. We're gonna see what the fellas are doing. We're gonna see what the Orioles are getting ready for. We're gonna see what news is coming up with the Ravens and anything. You know what I want to do, man? We might have to do. I think I want to cover like celebrity stuff sometimes too. You know what I mean? Can we mix that in with the show a little bit? Or
Troy, it's your show. You make the phone. What you want to do?
we might need to bounce back and forth a little dose of. That's if something hot happens. I won't cover anything. You know what I mean? But something decent, man. Because it's some stuff I need to. I'm gonna tell you, it's hard kicking off the political side. It's hard because everything seems to slide that way. But it's some I had an older lady, clearly in her 60s, talking about Chris Brown new song. And I'm like, don't do that to me. You don't know nothing about that. What's it called? Have you heard it? I don't
Residuals.
Residual. That's him talking about he in love with that girl Rihanna. That's all that is. She was serious about it too. And I'm like, how old are you? What you doing? Listen, yeah, he's back now. And I'm like, nah, he kind of messed up, but he doing better than I am. I'll say that. All right, look, I'm finished, man. I'm sorry. Next week, Tuesday, 7 p.m. We're gonna be on time. I'm gonna shock y'all. We're gonna be on time next week. Everything seems to be working. My boards seem to be working. Well, are you DJing next week?
If you want me to, I will.
I think you should, man. Get the show off a little something.
Okay.
We ain't gonna go crazy with it, but I think you can do a dash every I don't know, we have a little break. I think you should.
All right, I'll do it for you.
You're not scared to do it?
Not at all.
All right, y'all. If y'all got requests, all I'm saying is, in Gangsta Assassin, if he starts to play Friends, he better let the hook play. That's all I'm saying. If I hear boom, pop, boom, 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 pop, boom. If he stop it before they go Friends, that's all I'm saying. I think we was both about to kill you that day, man. You remember that, don't you?
I remember that day. Hey, Yale said we didn't talk about a new corner that got signed today.
Oh, that's because we ran out of time. Who got signed? Who got signed? Wait a minute, Troy, check your page. When did he say that? I don't even see that.
Yeah, it's right there. It's the last comment.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me come back and go back in. Yo, and I appreciate y'all hanging back in. I didn't even promote today's show like I meant to. Older inner city. Oh. You don't know nothing about no Chris Brown. Okay, let me ask you a question. Yale. All right, Yale, let me ask you a question. Rap music. I don't even know Yale listen to rap. Give me your top 5 in rappers.
Of all time?
He can't be like Esther. Watch it, sucker. You know what? I shouldn't even have said rappers. All right, I need your top 5 rappers, and I need your top 5 music groups. Any category. I'm not even gonna say bands. So give me rappers and give me your top 5 music groups. And depending on what he says, that'll be my. I have a third question. I gotta see what pops up. Type of way, sir. Now I'm gonna ask you a question, Rock. Rap groups of it 2 or more, right? Got to be a group. Give me your top 5.
From
Any order.
5 to 1?
No, order. It doesn't matter.
Run DMC.
I like that. Okay.
Wu-Tang.
Okay.
Groups, right?
Yeah, it's tough thinking groups. Yes. I'm with you on those 2.
NWA.
Okay.
Um,
And then I'm gonna name some after you finish. And it's gonna be hard no matter what. But and it's all opinion, nothing personal. So far we got
Outkast.
Outkast, Run DMC, Wu Tang, NWA, one more.
Um, Mobb Deep.
Mobb Deep.
Yeah.
Now Yale already messing up. I said top 5 rappers. Now he got groups and singles. So he got Heavy D, Kumo D.
Oh my God, yeah.
You all over the place. I hope that ain't Sugar Hill Gang. Is it Sugar Hill Gang at number? I don't know what that SHG. That can't be Sugar Hill
Oh
Gang.
yeah, I agree with saying take Mob Deep off and put Tribe in.
Oh, look at Beezer. Beezer coming through. Okay, Mob Deep. I like. Let's see. I would have Public Enemy in there. So I would have because I first of all I had to get my groups together. It's like De La Soul. It's a bunch. So I would say Public Enemy, not in any order. Public Enemy, Quest, Run DMC, and I have to give it to Run DMC because they were like first. Like they kicked it off, meaning first to be like mega superstars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm with that, but I know he did not say Sugar Hill Gang because then I guess he said no, they were really first.
Sugar Hill Gang didn't even write their own music. Did you know
I think
Stone wrote their music?
I thought Master G wrote his. I know Hank didn't write his. I know Hank didn't.
Hooks and some of their raps was written by Angie Stone.
That I didn't know.
Wow, Angie Stone.
He said,
part of a group called Sequence. Sequence actually did the writing for Sugar Hill Gang.
wait. What you mean you can't call PE a rap group? Yeah. What the? See, that's he definitely over 60. What the fuck you mean you can't call PE a rap group? It ain't a group. Wait a minute, let me ask you, Rock. Do you agree with that?
What?
That PE is not a rap group?
No.
How's it not a rap group? It's a bunch of them. Now, if you went and there are two rappers, if you said it's only one person rapping,
it's one rap.
Flames rap, 911's a joke.
Yeah, but that wasn't a Public Enemy song.
Song,
I thought it was a Flavor Flav song, but
and can't do nothing for you, man. That's a Public Enemy song. It's hard to believe because everybody Flavor never went solo. Flavor never went solo, and and look, Terminator put out his own thing. Griff put out his. He went solo. It's like I'm not saying anybody knows what the songs are, bruh. Public Enemy is a group, man. They're a group. I'm upset with you.
Hold on, Troy. You got a call.
I we get ready to hang up. Who am I about to hang up on?
Nobody. Just hold on, Troy.
Heavy D, Kumo D is not a group. Now, if you want to say Heavy D and the Boys,
Hey, hold on, yeah.
he got groups and individuals. About to be an argument, y'all. Hold on. Let me let y'all see who we. It's about to be an argument over here. Just so y'all know who wrong. Who is wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. What you mean Public Enemy is not a group, man?
I don't think on the group.
You said they're not a rap group.
Troy, you need to check yourself. You said to me, name 5 rappers or rap groups.
No. I'm sorry, you misunderstood. I was like name rappers, and then I went to rock and said name groups. But you got groups and rap.
You asked me for rappers or rap groups.
I ain't want no groups. I just wanted rappers.
That's not what you asked me. You asked me for rappers and rap groups.
See, that's that hearing. When you get a certain age, your hearing is.
You told me rappers or rap groups. And then you got another follow-up question. That's what you said to me.
No. First, I wanted rappers, and then I wanted R&B groups.
That's not how. That's not the question you asked.
That's exactly what I said.
And NWA, and I should have put Public Enemy in there. But in hindsight, Public Enemy also sing. They did more than just rap.
You said sing?
I don't know. Sugar Hill Gang didn't do nothing but rap.
Wait. What singing did Public Enemy do? You said sing?
You me, right? No, I'm a DJ and I want to know what song they sang.
Yeah, sing. We're all waiting for this.
When you about rap groups, and I'm not talking hip hop because we all know hip hop and rap. Hip hop came out of rap, but rap originally wasn't about hip hop, right?
I'm gonna let you finish, but okay. But I'm like, where the singing?
Because Sugar Hill Gang and Run DMC were rapping to a DJ, right? Am I wrong?
But I can tell you where Sugar Hill sang, or if that's what you want to call it. They were singing some of their hooks. I want to say the song is called Showdown.
They were singing songs, but they weren't singing.
But what's singing? I don't know. Go ahead.
You can't say, in my opinion, you can't say NWA and Family was strictly rappers because they did more. They performed British instruments. They had a band.
But just because you have a band, you can still rap with a band.
NWA didn't have a band. The World Class Wrecking Crew had a band and they sang, but the World Class Wrecking Crew was not NWA. The World Class Wrecking Crew had members that were in NWA. In the group, NWA grew out of them, but they were making music and getting chicks just because they were caught up in that whole late '80s performance. Yes, but that's not NWA. It's the World Class Wrecking Crew, two different groups.
I'm still waiting for Public Enemy to sing.
What song Public Enemy sang? You know what I'm saying? They sang as much as they did more than just rap.
Well, what?
I haven't listed because you said rap and rap groups.
I said R&B. I wanted a rap group.
You really did. That's what you meant to say, but you really didn't. I added Run DMC and Sugar Hill Gang.
All right, I'm gonna go back and play it back because what I wanted to know was I wanted your top 5 rappers and I wanted your top 5 R&B groups, and then depending on what you said, I had a follow up to those two. But either way, your
So you told me Sugar Hill Gang wasn't a rap group? They were.
yeah, I'm saying they're a group.
I think you asked for. That's why I added Sugar Hill Gang and Run DMC.
All right, just give me all your top 5 groups. I forgot Eric B and Rakim. Forgot them too. Yeah, top 5 groups. So you got
R&B groups.
No. Rap groups. You got Sugar Hill Gang, you got Run DMC, you got NWA, right? In your top 5.
Yeah.
And then give me 2 more.
I can't go any further than that. I can't think of anymore.
We'll give you
that right off the top of my head.
No, we'll do it for next week. Give you time to think about it. Because I'll probably think of something driving home, be like, oh, like just now I thought about Eric being Rakim. Technically, Rakim is the dude, but I mean, technically that is a group though, right?
No.
You have to call them a group. Being Rakim?
Why you got to call them a group because of the title?
Yes.
No.
Well, weren't they nominated for best rap group or duo?
I don't know. They're collaboration.
But I mean, we know Eric B was nothing. That's where Rock. I know where Rock is going with that. You won't give Eric B no credit.
The movie was released by Molly Ball. So that was made by Rakim.
Look, all I know is when I went to
see the dude that had some money.
I went to see Eric B and Rakim, and they were both there. It wasn't Molly Mall instead of Eric B. They were, but I will say I wasn't impressed with his DJ skills. I was not impressed. You know who still impresses me? Jazzy Jeff, man. Jeff. He still impresses me, man. I don't think he's a goat for me. I mean, I used to love Kid Capri, but and I still do. But I think Jeff, man, is the goat for. Look at Beezer. Beezer is just rolling up. Okay, I got some stuff to think about. Next week, yeah, I'm giving you homework. All right.
As far as R&B group, I can't give you 5. I can't give you 25.
Give me 2.
Mint Condition, New Edition, both editions. It don't be new for me. Like I'm go back to like Temptations and Earth, Wind and Fire. And,
I think okay.
you
Now technically,
Jackson.
yeah. I should have now we got singing we got singing groups and y'all throwing bands in there. For me, Temptations New Edition, like guys that just sing, don't play instruments. I'm rolling Temptations at the top of the list for me. It's all of them. Josie, who's Josie? Jose? What is he saying? Jose, do you know who that is?
No.
Who is that, Beezer? Josie and the Pussycats?
Maybe trying to say
Jodeci. Like Jose. Jodeci.
Yeah. Or Jackie Robinson.
I'm like, Josie one, is that a rapper? Jose one. He's from the Dominican.
Remember how much older I am than y'all and the music I was listening to compared to what y'all were listening to, right? Because I gave up on hip hop when women started becoming bitches and hoes. I'll listen, but I'm not in as deep as you are. I was all about club music, house music. I was at hotels and getting it.
I think
I wasn't down with all the rap groups and all that in those days. I wanted to dance. That's why I tell you, your wife knows what she's talking about.
stop. Stop it. Stop. Stop. Stop it. Look, me, I would tell you, I'm probably the only dude from Baltimore that was not into house and club. Like I didn't like it like that. Like people jumped up on percolator and how you gonna carry it?
Big Pony.
Yeah, people love that stuff, and I was like I like house rap, like I like Jungle Brothers. But I just
you about it now?
yeah, I love that song. But I was not into. There's a song called Triangle El Triangle. Drunk. I like to dance when I'm drunk, but that's got that club Latin thing going on. Um, but I was never into club, but all of my friends were. And but I once I got into rap, but now I will say, so you stopped liking rap around like Snoop era, like the 90s?
Yeah, when Snoop and that, like I would listen to and NWA and all that, but I didn't. Like I was a big. I love MC Hammer.
Okay.
I have no problem admitting I love MC Hammer until he tried to go hard.
Look,
He lost me.
let me tell you, okay, we saw Hammer. I saw Hammer a couple of times, and his progression of the first time I saw him, it was like four of them. It was like him. He had the two girls and a guy, and then I'm sorry. So it had to be. So it was him. It was Two Big MC, the dude in the big coat, and his twin brother was the DJ. But the stage was pretty much black, right? And I want to say that was Pump It Up or something. I can't remember what it was, but I used to love his. Let's get it started. Maybe let's get it started. And then it turned when he did turn this mother out. That's when he had on all white, and he came to Baltimore, and it's what you gonna do about it? It was like you hitting here, you hit there, but you ain't hitting it in Baltimore. That's how they did it. So they probably every city they changed it. What you gonna do about this? Hammer? Man, the place went crazy. And at that point, he probably had maybe 10 people on stage. Then we saw him, and my God, it was like two rows. It has to be 30 people. I mean,
Yeah.
and B cannot sing.
Yeah, B.
She can't sing. Not
other group.
357.
357.
Yes. It was.
He had people on stage, and them jokers never stopped moving the entire show. They danced the entire goddamn show.
And was amazing. They couldn't outdance Hammer. Hammer still was flying around all of them.
Getting it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would give credit. Live, I would not. That's one of those things that I would not admit, but I was at his shows. Me and Nick was at his shows. I'm like, yeah, I want to see because he would be with other people. But Hammer, man, yeah, Hammer was serious about his show and about his dancing. I won't
Yeah,
say
but then he let people talk him into trying to be hard. And
it's good. I did like the song though.
Mhm.
What he got with Deion Sanders, pumps in a bump,
Yeah,
pumps.
come to the block. Now, let me tell you a funny story. My buddy Rodney, my late buddy Rodney, and my late buddy Mars, and I were over Mars's house watching something, and we switched to whatever video channel it was, maybe VH1. I don't think it was MTV because we was all against MTV for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But um, Pumps in the Bumps in the Pump came on, and followed by um, Two Live Crew. Um, what was that song? The video, the both videos with women in bikinis in the pool.
Pop that
Right?
Gucci.
And,
Oh, the Hammer one? Oh, too loud, too loud.
yeah, and Rodney's son, who was about 2 or 3 then, was with us, and we watched the video. We watched the football game, and we switched to the football game during halftime.
Uh,
And Rodney's son stood up in front of the TV and said, "Hey," we were like, "Hey, what do you mean? Hey, keep from the table." He's like, "Put that, put that back." Like 2 or 3 years old. That's bad. Like he was about that stuff. Like he was angry.
my boy posted two to get to quit.
Robbie said when they got home, his mother was like, the boy's mother was like, "You have a good time with daddy?" He said, "Yeah." But they turned off the video. Video. He said, "The one with the women dancing in the water." Like, he was like,
Oh.
oh. And he was in trouble for about a week.
Man, I would say, man, Hammer had some. He put work into the videos too. My favorite is the one with the James Brown. Dun, Here Comes a Hammer. That's my favorite one, and it probably didn't sell as much, but that's my favorite video. When they're walking through the haunted house, I couldn't tell you what Hammer was saying.
So I was listening. I was a Prince. I'm a huge Prince fan. And I was listening to all kinds of other music. I was listening to a lot of white music, Elton John and Queen. Queen put out hit after hit after hit. I don't care what you say. Queen was a hell of a group. Um,
Women, women.
Kind of hardcore rap like y'all were.
Hold on, Yale. I'm gonna tell you one thing that really introduced me to Queen, although this was way later. Only thing I knew was Another One Bites the Dust, right? I was at a record store in Orlando, Virgin, which doesn't exist. But if you go upstairs, they played live, DVDs, live concerts and stuff, and they played Queen. So I'm up there and I'm looking for stuff. I'm looking for Parliament Funkadelic. I'm trying to find I'm trying to find older stuff because I just felt like older concerts were just better. So I was trying to find stuff from the 70s. And they're playing Queen. And I'm watching Freddie Mercury, man. And they played Another One Bites the Dust. That's what caught my eye, right? So I'm watching his performance of that. And he's strutting around. You know how Michael does his thing on Billie Jean? And they break that. So they doing the break of Another One Bites the Dust. He's strutting the same way. And he had to have done this before Billie Jean.
That microphone with the long.
Yes. So I'm watching this, and then like the next songs, I'm like, wait a minute, this dude can sing. All I know is Another One Bites the Dust. I'm watching them do all these other songs that I can't tell you the names of, but I've heard the songs before. Not to mention the Easy Come, Easy Go, all of that. Mama, what's that song? The opera. Yes. That's a badass song, man. And I love the movie, the Freddie Mercury movie, whatever that was called. And I'll give you credit. Yes. Okay. Thank you. That I watched the Elton John movie. I thought that was good.
Movie was trash.
I thought it was good because it gave me info about him. I use it as a documentary for me. That's the way it was for me.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that that story was true. But they need to do it. I'm waiting for the Drew Hill story. When is that coming out? I want to see.
Yeah.
I want to see what I want to know what school Cisco and Jazz went to.
Cisco went to Maryville, Jazz went to Douglas.
And where the other two go? Where did
Pinocchio went to Douglas also.
and Woody?
But they all get signed.
Now
Only 2 of them worked there.
I thought they all worked there. Only 2?
No, only 2 of them worked there. Cisco and
Was it
and
Jazz?
were the 2 that worked at the fudgery. But
The Fudgery, yeah. 'Cause
yeah,
I would be there down the harbor, and they would be performing, and there'd be a big crowd around them,
Yeah.
and you couldn't go from you couldn't go in the door where the Fudgery was to cross over inside because the crowd was
So
so
thick,
big
yes.
you couldn't get through. And I'd be like, but these candy ass candy things don't stop. They get to the floor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's exactly right.
It's crazy, man, because it was another member that went to Douglas with them, right?
Mm-hmm.
We used to do these talent shows called Anthony Jeter talent shows. Fucking big ripoff, but Anthony Jeter was getting to the bag. And the other member of Drew Hill, his mother, they lived on Mount Holly also, Troy. The member of Drew Hill whose mother made him leave the group. She said it was a waste of time and they needed to focus on something else.
Wow.
Made him quit the group. About 5 months later, they got the deal where they were signed to Island Records.
Wow.
They got to put the song "Tell Me" on the movie soundtrack for Eddie. The rest is history.
Wow.
Yeah.
He probably still slapping his mom around.
Yeah.
Man, that's the way it goes, though, man. It's like
Thing happened with the Newmark. Did one people in Newmark didn't he leave before they hit?
No. What happened was they were a rap group and a DJ group, right?
Mhm.
And they recorded the song "Gary Know It's True." For those that don't know, Bill Petaway owned the recording studio that they recorded the song in.
Uh-huh.
Bill Petaway sent him a friend of his the song in England, and the producer over there heard the song and wanted to redo the song. He redid it, not knowing it was gonna blow up the way it did in England. It blew up in England before he even got here, and that's how he brought in Milli Vanilli.
No. Okay.
Kevin is so funny, man, because when Kevin tells the story, Kevin said he was in his basement, getting ready to go out, and the TV was on, and he saw these 2 dudes jumping around on the TV, but the sound was down, right?
Uh-huh.
And he said, "What the hell is this?" And turned it up and heard his song. He said he couldn't do nothing but cry. Couldn't do anything but cry. And they did get the Grammys, but it wasn't the same. They didn't get their Grammys on national TV. They got their Grammys in a back room.
Yeah. Oh, man.
It's a tragic story, man. And shout out to Kevin. He still was blessed. He later went on to become the president of Def Jams. He also went on to be the president of Warner Music Group, and he also became the president and founder with him and Leo Core of 100 Men something. But he's really, really doing okay for himself. So it's a tragic story in the beginning with a blissful ending. Because for those that don't know, he has the music management company. He's actually Trey Songz's manager.
Oh, okay.
He has about 5 artists that he's managing, all the big name managers. So Kevin is doing really, really well. Shout out to Kevin, man. We appreciate all the love and support that he offers us here at WNG.
Let me just get the little baby feet picture. Oh, that. Can y'all see that hat? I'm a have to repose it because that says Ravens and it's purple. And she do look happy, don't she?
Did the lights go out when you were doing it, Yale?
Teams are hard.
Yeah, the last time we saw her in some Ravens, she called it the power outage.
Look, and that's a nice fit there too. Yep, it don't say nothing about Ed Reed, so we can work with it. Oh,
What you do know is I'm sitting down and she's standing up.
wait. I got a question. Seeing a new poster, Love Doctor?
Yes.
It's coming.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. We got to make this. Stay right there, Yale, because you're gonna need to know this dude. Can you say a little bit about it, bro?
Yes, he's bringing the show What You Know About Love. He's bringing that back, and he's also then teamed up with another coach. The coach is currently at Stevenson University, and he's actually going over to Poly. If I didn't let the cat out the bag, but they have what's called the Intense Sports Show, where they're gonna highlight youth athletics and scholars from around the city and around the state.
Yo, I no, and the reason I mentioned that is because
He's a KC.
he's a Chiefs fan, yeah.
Hard.
Oh, we're gonna have to interrupt that show a bunch of times. It's gonna be hard to say.
He's a Kansas City Royals fan. We was talking to him one night. We was like, who has the best barbecue? He was like, KC. Yeah. We was like, he might say the best barbecue is Kansas City, and he's a vegan.
And he's a vegetarian.
Oh,
Barbecue Brussels sprouts.
oh, we got to work out. I'm definitely.
You even before you ate any of my brisket.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But I can said this on the show over the weekend. Yeah, hands down, that's by far the best brisket I ever had. We went to a game night, and they was bragging about the militant midget, right? Was bragging about her uncle's ribs, and how disappointed they was because the uncle ain't make no ribs. Had no ribs. He need barbecue sauce with his ribs. And everybody in the basement looked at me like I said something, like I was cussing or something. And I told him, I said, y'all just got to try his ribs. And her uncle's new daughter-in-law looked at me and said, he don't put no sauce on his ribs? I say, no. She says, I need a slave. Listen, hands down, if we're in a cook-off, I'm betting with you. I mean that. I'm a fat boy at heart.
Yo, we're gonna work. So, quick question: when does Love Doctor start?
Next week.
Oh, really? What day is he on?
We got to confirm that tomorrow.
Okay.
What You Know About Love is probably going to go back to Sundays.
Right.
So they got to. Both of them are coaching, in high school, so they got to look at their coaching schedule.
Okay.
For the Intense Sports Show. One is coaching tennis and the other one is coaching baseball.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but he's gonna be talking about love because I got some questions for him all the way around. Some love questions too. So I'm like, all right, I'm looking forward to it. Welcome back, Love Doctor. Welcome back. I'm so glad you're coming back. But we're gonna have some KC discussions though. We're gonna have some discussions.
You notice he ain't been chiming in since they lost.
Yeah, look, the Royals now. He was all over my page when the Royals beat and they had no business beating the Orioles, none whatsoever. And of all teams, like the Orioles should have won that series. I'm hot about that. So he had something to say then, man. But shh. All right, look, I ain't mean to keep y'all on Yale. Is Yale still there?
Yes.
All right, I'm giving you some homework, man, for next week. And I'm giving you time to think about it. 5 R&B groups. Okay, let me be clear. I want R&B singing groups and R&B band groups.
And yeah, we're less than 10 minutes from your house. You should actually come join us in the studio next week.
You're welcome. You're certainly welcome to do that. But you got to bring your home assignment. I need rap group.
You know, in my opinion, a group is a band has like
instruments.
A lot of instruments.
Right. That's the difference. The Temptations is not a band. Earth, Wind, and Fire is. Right. So I want your best singing groups, 5 singing groups, 5 bands, 5 rappers, and all right, let me be clear. 5 R&B groups, and then I want you to give me 5 rock groups. Or other. I'm just gonna say other, whatever you want them to be. But I want 5 R&B, and then 5 whatever. So if you want the whatever in there, and then we're gonna compare notes, and then I want to get like the best bands, period. All right. I'll text it to you.
I'll see if I can narrow it down.
Yeah, you give you a week.
How far back can I go?
Oh, as far as you want.
Endless time.
Yep, as far as you want. If you think Beethoven was like the baddest, well, that would now Beethoven, is he a band? Is he wasn't a singer.
He's a conductor. Oh,
Right.
Yeah, conductor, composer.
All right, so Beethoven,
he wasn't as good as Mozart.
you'd have so it'd be Mozart, Beethoven, and like Quincy Jones. That's where they're in the same category, right?
Would be appropriate.
Yeah, I don't want that though, but that actually that would fit. But no, I don't want that. So give me
I can throw in LTD, huh?
Yes.
you could.
As a group.
Yeah, that's a group.
Yeah.
And what
But
well, wait a minute. Instruments? I don't know. I have to watch them. I just know them as singing.
but they didn't have like 20 people.
No.
But you know,
Like
it's hard, man. It's hard when you think. I think with LTD, I think about somebody's panties are going to hit the floor.
right. But if you say, like, for example, if you said it doesn't have to be 20 people, but if they play their own instruments, like the Beastie Boys, it's a rough example, but they were technically a band. They were rapping, but they were a band. There's only 3 of them. Well, they would throw extra people when they were live. It might be 5 of them, but we only know 3. You know what I mean? So when they would do like Sabbath,
I'm gonna say right now we're gonna get fishy because I'm gonna say in one of I'll say like Steely Dan.
okay.
Okay, but the problem with Steely Dan is you can't classify them because it was really just 2 guys, and then they would hire session musicians.
Now I will say this: I watched that yacht rock thing. I didn't. Michael McDonald was with everybody. I know him as a dude.
He was a fucking animal, man. Him,
Yeah,
you need to go see a Doobie Brothers concert. Go to a Doobie Brothers concert.
I watched
today. Even today, go to a Doobie Brothers concert.
but Michael isn't with them now, right? Or has he gone back? Michael McDonald doesn't perform with them right now, does he?
If you go certain venues, he'll be with them.
All right. Did you?
I went up to Philly to see them about 4 years ago because he was performing with them.
Did you watch him on What's Happening?
I became introduced to the Doobie Brothers. Hi, I'm Roger Thomas. Which Doobie you?
I'll speak to any doobie who doobie in. Man, that's a classic episode. Oh, wait a minute. How do I look? Like the Bionic Mountain. I remember, man, I just watched that on YouTube. I pulled that up on YouTube. That's one of my favorite What's Happening show. And it's a 2-part. So Sweet Daddy Williams was he was the villain.
While they performing, the tape recorder fell out of Roger's jacket.
It was rerun.
Right. In the middle of to the streets, take it up. Ooh. Anyway.
I know. I think you all know this. I used to work security at Meriwether Post Pavilion back in the day.
I tell you what I remember about that, man. No, go ahead, tell your story.
And one of the concerts I got to work on the stage was the Doobie Brothers concert. And they were the coolest dudes you ever want to meet. Like they were just jive, cool dudes. Like when certain movies were and Michael McDonald wasn't with them then. He had left by then. When somebody was like singing and the other members would switch instruments, the black guy, I don't want to know what happened to the black guy, but he had me I think he played bass.
Yes.
He had me he was like
he was a bass player.
Oh, you're not a Brodie. And I said, no, but if you want me to have this, he's like, you want to strum it? And I said, no, man, I don't even know what to do with that.
Man.
You're going to strum it. I mean, it's just cool. They were cool as hell. Just nice guys, man. Just really nice people. Nice people.
To this day, I regret not grabbing Bootsy's bass, man, and taking a picture with it. He was at Ram's Head. And Awanya would have killed me because I probably would have been arrested. But he left the stage and we were walking by, and it's where you are rocking, where I am right now is where that bass was. Wow. And I was like, I wanted to go up there so bad and just I wanted to pick it up. I regret that to this day. I take my
divorce court.
I'd take it. Yeah, it would have been worth it if she took the picture. If I go to get the divorce court and she don't have a picture, I need proof that, and the judge would be like, "Oh, I understand."
Do you all know who John Henley is?
Yes, because I was a big Miami Vice fan. So
Right.
that's Henley and Smuggler's Blues. Who was that guy? Because he had Boys of Summer or something.
Yeah.
Look, man, don't have me trying to remember.
This is the group the Eagles.
Okay.
Okay, but Don, they all went solo for a while,
Yes.
and I was working the front.
Look, we was Rock that time. Rock is finally like, okay, I don't know this. As soon as y'all get back to club music, I'm jumping in.
I know the Eagles are.
Yeah.
Right, as a group.
Yes.
That's a group. Now, are they going to be in your rock group? Andy wants us to play Hotel California. That's a long ass song. When I hear the karaoke, I'm like, oh my God. That and Hotel California and that Meatloaf song are like they're killers. And there's one other song, and when they come on, I'm like, oh shit, I'll be back. What you doing Wednesday, man? Tomorrow?
Been hanging out with my maternal unit.
All right, we got something. We got to work out a WMEG karaoke day because Rock has no fear of karaoke. No, you just go. You can go and watch. Look, if I start singing Hotel California and mess it up, I bet you'll come up there and be like, "Nah, what are you doing, man? What are you doing?" Look, man, that's how Awanya was like going to karaoke and singing loud as shit at the table, and then put the mic in front of her. She wouldn't say nothing. But sitting at the table, she's singing out singing everybody, and she finally went up and did Tina Turner for me. I was so proud. I was like, she had it. She had it. Rolling on the anyway. I'm getting ready to roll. I'll be here all night talking music. Next,
he called in to answer your question, but I need to go. Y'all have a good time.
Look, give it bands, rock bands, R&B bands, and then singing groups. Like Queen is but everybody knows them for singing, but they played instruments. Freddie was a beast though. So all right.
Yeah.
All right.
They really were a group.
Yeah.
They became a band. They really a group.
They were a group first?
I mean, it was just four cats. But then they would have like or a band behind them, so you could call them both.
I'll give you an example of a band.
Just 4 people.
I'll give you an example of band only 3. ZZ Top. That's a band.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you this one last story before we roll. I remember because I was going to rap shows, and they were starting to take rap out of the arenas because of fighting and violence and whatnot. And then you had to, instead of going to the arena, you have to go to Palladium or someplace. And I run into Yale, and I said, "Yeah, man, they trying to, they talking about fighting and all this stuff." And Yale says to me, "Man, I work at Merriweather. You ain't seen nothing to you." Because I felt like it was a personal attack on black people. And Yale confirmed, nope. When you see a bunch of drunk white people at Merriweather, it's I'm trying to think who you were because I remember you had the jacket or something, security something. That's a long time ago, man.
Sure, they had total type shirts that had security on them.
I don't know where I saw you, and you told me that. And
want to fight, because as a security guard in Merriweather, we were not allowed to hit patrons.
You had to hold them.
Defend yourself.
All I know is you told me it was fights all the time. That's what you told me back then. So I don't know.
All the time.
Man, that was what year was it? What
the best thing about a fight at Merriweather with the rock groups, with the white people, is they would be so drunk they really couldn't fight. Like they look. It looked like 2 steels trying to hit each other.
Yeah.
but they would roll. They would roll, but it would be some shit.
That's the way loafers used to be like that. Like loafers is all black now, but when I first started going, it was predominantly white crowd. And when they would get drunk and fight, you could be sure that there was at least back then there was never a weapon involved unless somebody threw a bottle or glass or something. There was never a weapon, and you didn't have to have you didn't have to be quick. If you could just lean left or right like the Matrix, real slow, you would miss you. And then they probably knock themselves out. They'd fall on their own swing, and then you pick them up and put them out in the parking lot. The end. It was I learned that then, man. And then I watched a guy hit on another guy's girl, like right in front of him, and they're both talking trash. And the girl's sitting there. I guess she's feeling good because it's two dudes fighting over. But these were not. It wasn't. She clearly wasn't into quality. So it was like they gotta get him out of there. And I'm looking at this, and I'm like, I could get both of like by myself, and I was there as a patron. And I'm like, get both of these guys out of there because they don't have the energy. They're talking shit, and they're barely standing while they're talking shit to each other. And then once one got through the one swing, everybody went, "Whoa!" And I'm like, what are you saying "whoa" for? It wasn't even close. And so that was I just remember that night. And I was like, it was a bunch of those. And I'm like, well shit, I could be security here because I ain't got to do nothing. Just wait till they fall down and then pick them up. And I'm getting free food.
As tall as I am, my move was when they get in my face and lean in, I would reach up and grab with my left hand and pull their head real close, real fast, and take my right elbow and smash them across the forehead. And it would end all of it. They would just like, they fall out, whatever, and then I would drag them out. And one guy was close enough to my height that I'd seen something on television I wanted to try, and the guy was close enough to my height that I drove my forehead into the bridge of his nose.
Wow.
But I miscalculated.
Uh-huh.
And I just see the stars, man. I was like,
oh man.
Don't do that again. Don't do that again. Oh.
Oh wow. Look, man, get your homework together, man. We got I'm just looking at the time. It's almost 10:30. What are we still doing here, Rock?
Because you won't stop.
And the heat on hell, man. It's hot as I don't know what the hell. Oh, by the way, Janet Jackson.
We're getting turned down now. He's keeping it cool in that place, huh?
He trying to get that. Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake, 2004. And it was also Kid Rock and P. Diddy and Nelly. I don't even remember what they did. Back then, I was a Kid Rock fan back then. I would play ball with the ball. And I want to be a cowboy, baby. I'm not a Kid Rock fan any longer. But anyway, won't even go there. All right, Yale. I appreciate you, sir. Beezer, Brian Yetter. Oh shit, I can't even scroll all the way back. Mark, Queen, Lang. I'm missing somebody. Oh, and Little Tiny Feet. I appreciate y'all leaving comments, and I know I'm missing somebody. And Bob. Next week, 7 o'clock, we're going to cover everything. Maryland's still going to be playing, and I don't know what else is coming up. And sooner or later, we'll get Yale to talk about college football. For the draft, that is. Get his predictions for the draft. He's done better last couple weeks. I couldn't tell you who anybody is. But my typical response, and I've already confessed, the Ravens don't have the needs that they usually have. So I'm not sure who I would love for them to pick up yet. But I'll work on an answer in a couple weeks. All right, Rock. Anything else, bruh?
That's it.
Keep in mind, the Gospel Show.
May 3rd.
May 3rd. We got the Love Doctor coming back. And we will see y'all next Tuesday at 7 o'clock. Y'all be there. All right, peace, y'all.